Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to Game Night on the Region Sports Network. We come to you tonight from Wheeler High School as the Region Sports Network presents live coverage of Indiana high school football as the visiting Calumet Warriors take on the home squad, the Wheeler Bearcats, who are ranked 5th in the RSN Top 10. My name is Quincy Bell, and I will have all of the play-by-play for tonight's action. And joining me tonight with the color analysis of tonight's game is Joe Henrich. Joe, it is a beautiful night for some GSSC football.
It absolutely is. You know, we've got a nice warm night in October, and we don't get very many of these two really solid teams going at it tonight. I'm real excited for this one.
This is a Quintel kickoff. All kickoffs this season are brought to you by Quintel Incorporated, specializing in the reconditioning, repairing, and remanufacturing of heat exchangers. Wheeler won the toss. They elected to defer their option to the second half, so Calumet, the Warriors, will get the ball first in this one. These are two very high-powered offenses. Wheeler averaging 45.5 points per game. Calumet 42.1 points per game. These are two teams that like to hammer the ball on the ground as well. Bryce Brandon of Calumet and Levi Murray of Wheeler, both top 5 in the region in total rushing yards.
Yeah, and it's hard not to get excited about two offenses that can put up points like this, especially, you know, you got a good weather game. They've got a good shot to put up a lot of points tonight.
Tyne Vetical will do the kicking for Wheeler. He is also their leading receiver. Also plays safety on the defensive end as well. Calumet getting the ball first. They will look to score early and put the number 5 ranked team in the region on their toes. Week 7 is underway. Booming kick off of Vetical. It'll be returned from the 3 by Bryce Brandon. He is a lane up the middle. Breaks off a tackle. Still going. Dragging defenders up to the 30-yard line, and that's where Jaden Campbell and the Calumet Warrior offense will set up shop. Campbell, a freshman who stands at 6'3", 175. He will be the quarterback today for Calumet. Joe, you don't see too many freshman quarterbacks in high school football nowadays.
Oh, no, not at all, and I think when you look, that this is one of his first couple starts, and he's getting thrown into action a little earlier than you expect. You expect, sophomore, junior year maybe, you're starting to take the reins. But he's got a good shot to really build something and go forward with this Calumet team.
He took over for the junior Christian Weston 2 weeks ago. In 2 games, he's thrown for 141 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. But this team does run the ball a lot. Expect a lot of number 8, Bryce Brandon. And he gets the carry on the first play of the game, straight up the gut, a solid gain of 7. Brandon, that was his 103rd carry on the year coming into this game. 942 total rushing yards, 14 touchdowns, 9.2 yards per carry. He was a big part of their win last week when Calumet put a beat down on the Whiting Oilers. They won that game 59-7.
And you have to imagine it'll be more of the same today. Obviously, he's your main guy. You've got a young quarterback in there. You want to help him with some running game.
Brandon again along the edge, a first down on the stretch run. He's dragging defenders across the 50 for a 4 seasons mechanical first down. Already over 20 rushing yards in the game for Brandon. And this Wheeler front is going to have themselves tested. This is a Wheeler defense that runs in a 3-4 set, so not a lot of linemen up there to contain Brandon. And the linebackers are going to have to do a lot of corralling him at the second level, and it looks like this last play will be coming back. I think there was a holding penalty.
Yeah, and that's really unfortunate. You're getting the drive off to a good start. You're starting to assert yourself on the ground, and then you have a stupid penalty that takes it away, and you're kind of back to square one here.
So it looks like 1st and 10, or they were set up with 2nd and 3, and they're going to be backed up only a couple yards. It's from the spot of the foul. So it looks like 2nd and 6 upcoming for Calumet. Campbell. Brandon again. Straight up the gut. This time he is corralled straight at the line. A whole host of Bearcat tacklers able to drag him down for no gain. So 3rd and 3 upcoming. A big 3rd down for Calumet. A team that likes to run the ball a lot. And Wheeler, they have big offense potential. It's the reason they're ranked number 5 in the region. So Calumet going to need to keep that ball moving today and control the clock throughout this one.
Right, and that's the one thing you get when you have a good running game is even in a bad situation, you have a penalty, you're in a third and manageable right
Big
there.
blitz from Wheeler. Campbell throws outside and incomplete. Just out of the reach of Michael Olivari, his intended receiver. And Calumet will punt this one away. Wheeler sent about 7 guys there. And Olivari was open on the out route, but the freshman just threw it a bit out of his reach.
Yeah, and I think
you go.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things you get when you get a young quarterback in there is you want to see how he handles pressure if you're the opposing team. So you want to throw it at him early and often.
Vetical, who does the kicking, receiving, and safety playing for Wheeler, will also be back to return this upcoming punt. They'll try to get Wheeler set up with some good field position for their first drive. And it's a fake. Calumet's going to keep it. Olivari tripped up, and he keeps his balance. He's out of bounds with a first down. The underdogs bringing out the trickery tonight, and it works out with a first down.
What a gutsy call there. 4th down in your own territory. You don't see a lot of fake punts really at any level anymore. But to go in on the road and decide to try that right away, you got to respect it.
I'm not so sure that was a design fake as much as it was Olivari sort of had to double clutch the snap and saw some guys in his face, didn't think he could get it off, and just kept it himself. Nonetheless, it's a first down at the 43 for Calumet. Olivari, a very talented receiver, 12 catches for 214 yards on the season, 2 touchdowns, also does the punting for Calumet. Brandon straight up the gut. He powers forward, dragging defenders up near the 50. Brandon only needs 58 yards in this game to get over 1,000 on the season in just week 7. Came into this game with 942. And on 2nd and 4, I think you can probably expect a little bit more of the same. Chester Wall and Dalen Simpson, 2 tight ends, are in the game for Calumet. Handoff, Brandon, straight up the middle. Gets a push from his line, has about 2. He'll be set up with 3rd and short.
Right, and the run's working. No reason to go away from it. Keep chipping away some yards here now. Once again, you're in a 3rd and manageable situation. Let's see what they do here.
3rd and 2 from the 49. Campbell, the freshman QB, looking to his sidelines for the play call. And I'd imagine it's going to be Brandon once, maybe twice if needed, to get this first down. Brandon Smith motions way out to the wide on an island to the bottom of your screen. Wheeler stacking a ton of guys in the box. No safety over the top. Brandon on the carry. 3rd and short. He is wrapped up right at the marker. He is close to the first down. It'll depend on the spot. And it looks like they are going to give it to him. He has a Four Seasons Mechanical first down. Four Seasons Mechanical, your Northwest Indiana air conditioning specialists. But Calumet, after the fake punt, they get another first down. Now they're in plus territory. And that clock has been ticking this entire time. We're just about 5 minutes gone in this first quarter.
Yeah, and if you're the Bearcats, you really have to do whatever you can to stop the run here and force your freshman quarterback out there to throw a little bit. If you just let them run it all day, they'll do it.
Brandon on the stretch. He's going to get to the edge. Flags are down. He breaks off a tackle. He's across the 40. He is a first down for the moment, but this one should be coming back. Flags down right at the area where Brandon was able to bounce that run to the outside. And it is holding on Calumet. Not something you want to see with a team that runs the ball as much as Calumet does. You like to see them stay ahead of the chains. That's already 2 holding penalties for them in this game. And this one is going to cost them. We've only seen one pass so far in this game, an incomplete pass from Campbell on an out route on 3rd and short. We'll see if they try to get some yards back with a pass on 1st and 20. From the 43, they have to get to the other 43 for a first down. It will be a throw. Campbell steps into a long ball deep down the sidelines, has a man wide open, but just overthrew him.
But that was unfortunate. You had him right there. That was going to be a big play, possibly even a touchdown if you can make that throw. But, nerves get to you a little bit. You're behind the chains. Let's see if they come back and try to go to the air again or if they take it back on the ground.
As strong as Calumet is on the ground, it will open up the pass game here or there. And if you get Wheeler to respect the pass, you could be able to pound the ball for some more runs later in the game. 3 receivers in this set. 2 are to the top of your screen, 1 to the bottom. Westby. It is Brandon again on the run. He doesn't have much to go. Gets about 3, and Calumet set up with a 3rd and long. Under 7 minutes to go in quarter number 1. This Wheeler defense is a very potent unit. They only allow 6.6 points per game. They posted 3 shutouts this year as well. They have 41 tackles for loss on the season as well. 3rd and 17. Campbell looking to throw. Under duress, flags are down, steps up deep over the middle, and it's caught. Brandon Smith down inside the red zone. Flags are down in the backfield from where Campbell threw that ball. But if it stands, it's a big chunk play down into the red zone. However, we might be seeing another hold. And it will be. Calumet's moving back again.
Yeah, and I think if you end up punting on this drive for Calumet, the story has kind of got to be the penalties. You've gotten pretty good yardage on the ground a couple times here, and now that's the 3rd penalty on this drive that's backed them up.
3 holds on the drive, and 3rd and long just became 3rd and even longer. 3 receivers stacked up. It is a run. Brandon has room, breaks off a tackle, through to the 2nd level. And he'll get some yards back for this upcoming punt. Not a bad carry and not a bad decision to go to the run there. Try to pin Wheeler deep and make them work hard on their first offensive drive. Olivari set 2, punted away. Kept it on a fake earlier in this drive. Was able to get Calumet a 1st down, which extended the drive. But he's out 2, punt again. Vetical back deep to return for Wheeler. Olivari will get this one away, and it's a good kick. Vetical lets it bounce, and it's going to keep rolling inside the 10. Calumet will down it at the 6. A very solid punt for the Warriors, and I think you got to be pleased after that first drive.
Absolutely. You establish the ground game a little bit. You need to clean up some of the penalties, but overall, you take up a decent chunk of the clock, you pin Wheeler deep, and now it's up to your defense to see what they can do against this potent Wheeler offense.
Logan Fox, the Wheeler quarterback, will set up shop for his first drive. The junior was the backup to Caleb Klimzak last year. Was able to play a little bit, looked solid, and since taking over the starting role, 55 of 61 for 793 yards, 9 touchdowns to just 3 interceptions in his first 5 games. But the star of the show for Wheeler has been their sophomore running back, Levi Murray, through the first 5 games. He has an even 100 carries for 744 yards and 13 touchdowns. Fox to throw on 1st down. Pump fakes, looks, and just throws it into the ground. He had nobody open. Good coverage there by the Calumet defensive backs, Brandon Smith and Marcus Luvert. Smith, a guy you'll see on offense and defense, playing wide receiver and defensive back. Has an interception on the year to go with 5 solo tackles and 2 assists. But Wheeler, like their counterparts, Calumet, a team that likes to run the ball a lot. They run the ball 70% of the time, most of which to Levi Murray and their freshman H-back Andrew Baziri. He has 34 carries on the year as well. But it's mostly those two in the offensive end for Wheeler. A lot of running on the ground. So second down, handoff Murray. He has nowhere to go. He's dragged down near the goal line, pushed back. Calumet's trying to get a safety on that play. Forward progress was out of the end zone, so third and long upcoming for Wheeler. They're going to call that second down. There was a penalty flag on the first play. So it's second and long upcoming for Wheeler. My apologies. Second and 13 from the 3. They got to get all the way to the 16 for a first down. Fox taking this snap in the shadow of his own goalpost. He'll look to throw from his own end zone. Loses the ball. It's on the ground. Fox gets back on top of it, but the Warriors will start the scoring with a safety. Coming in off the edge, Kalani Robinson got to the quarterback, downed him in the end zone. And the Warriors draw first blood, and they'll be getting the ball.
Right, well, what a way to start this game if you're the Warriors. Obviously, the first drive doesn't go great, but you back it up, you get a good punt, and your defensive front just comes through with a safety right away. And now you're looking at it, and if you get a good drive here, you're in good control of this ball game.
First safety of the year for Calumet. And all of a sudden, most of this first quarter is gone. Only 4.5 minutes left, and Wheeler will punt it away. And Calumet, they look solid on their first drive that time. Fox got the snap in his own end zone, sort of bobbled the ball. He was under duress from Robinson as well. So 2-0. Not a score you see too often. The Warriors lead it. When these two played last year in Gary, Calumet was able to score first in that one. They went for two, made it 8-0 before Wheeler put up 43 unanswered points, got a running clock in the fourth quarter as well. And with that safety, it'll be Vetical kicking from the 20 as opposed to the usual 35. So a good return could put Calumet near midfield potentially. Smith and Olivari are back to return for the Warriors. Vetical gets it away. It's a good kick. Olivari over to get it, catches it inbounds. He'll take it from the 20. Looking to get to the middle of the field. Has a lane, gets to the second level, breaks off a tackle. One man to beat, and he's taken down across the 45, but a strong return puts Calumet in business again.
What a return there. That sets him up exactly where you want to be. I will give Tyne Vetical some credit. It wasn't a bad punt, and he made the tackle at the end, but man, not how you wanted to start this game if you're Wheeler.
It was a 60-yard kick. He got it from the 20 to the 20. Just a great return by Olivari, and some nice blocks for him as well. Calumet will set up shop, 1st and 10 from the 42. Looking to put their mark on what would be a huge upset in GSSC play. Wheeler was the favorite to win this conference coming into the year. They were able to beat Griffith in the last game of the season last year to win that conference crown. Pitch, Brandon has some space along the edge, breaks a tackle. He's along the sidelines. Can he beat Vetical? Yes, he can. All the way to the end zone. Bryce Brandon, touchdown Warriors.
What a run there by Brandon. Breaking it to the outside, breaks a tackle or two. Just turns on the Jets. Exactly how you want to start this game if you're Calumet. And I think if you look at it.
There are flags. It's coming back, Joe. 4th holding penalty for Calumet.
That's unfortunate. That's a really bad break there. You just took a 8-0 lead, and it's your 4th holding call. At the end of this one, you might be thinking, man, what if we'd cleaned it up a little earlier?
Yeah. I'll tell you, this Wheeler crowd was stunned after they just saw a safety and then a 50-yard return and then a 43-yard touchdown in the matter of 3 plays, but Calumet will be backed up to the 48 for what will be for 1st and 15. Campbell, the freshman quarterback, will set up in the gun with Brandon to his right. They will get it to him straight up the middle. He has another big hole. Gets back past the original line of scrimmage and then some across the 40. So the ball will be spotted at the 38 They need to get to the 33 for a first down, so a 10-yard run there from Bryce Brandon. If there is a first-team all-region at the end of the year, I think Brandon would be one of the leading candidates to take that running back spot. He's a guy that he runs angry out there. He loves lowering his shoulder and breaking tackles. Campbell to throw, pass batted down at the line of scrimmage. Coming in screaming off the edge, Connor Welch, the outside linebacker, got both hands up and knocked it to the ground. So 2nd and 6 will become 3rd and 6. And, Joe, you might be thinking, if you're Calumet, maybe 2 runs to try to get this first down.
Absolutely. You got to figure you're picking up probably 4 or 5 yards a carry at least here. And if you can avoid a penalty on both of them, that's all you need.
Yeah, really, the only thing that's been hemorrhaging Calumet's drives have been the penalties. With under 3:30 to go in the first quarter, the Warriors lead at 2-0, and they're driving looking for more. We have whistles. It was going to be a pass, but a false start, I believe, will push Calumet back 5 yards. So 4 holding penalties and a false start, all in 1 quarter's worth of work for Calumet. 45 yards worth of penalties is not a great way to start the game. However, they still command a 2-0 lead. And Wheeler has had the ball in this quarter for all of 3 plays.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're Wheeler, you're looking at it and it's like we've gotten kind of gashed on defense. We didn't do much on offense, but it's still only a 2-0 game at this point.
Campbell hands it on the sweep. Brandon Smith looking to get to the outside. He has a lane. He'll be pushed out of bounds, I believe, a couple yards shy of the first, and it looks like it'll be 4th and 3 upcoming for Calumet, and it looks like they will be keeping the offense on the field. They have decided this is Four Seasons Mechanical, 4 down territory, Four Seasons Mechanical. Visit them on the web at fourseasonsmechanical.com. 4th and 3 from the 35. I'd imagine it's Bryce Brandon or some sort of run play. Although stranger things have happened. We did see Campbell connect on a big pass to Smith earlier in the game, but it got called back due to a penalty. Fumbling the snap. Calumet keeps it. They charge for the first down. A big mash of bodies, and it looks like he is short. The Bearcats come up with a big stand on 4th down.
Yeah, that's a big stop for the Bearcats there, obviously. We don't know exactly what that play was going to be. Good job by our quarterback there to get the ball and take off and run. He just didn't quite get enough on it.
So with 3 minutes and change to go in the first, Calumet can't keep the drive going. It's still 2-0 Warriors. Logan Fox and the Wheeler offense will look for a better drive on attempt number 2. They got pushed into the shadow of their own end zone, and Fox got sacked for a safety. Levi Murray on the stretch run. He has a big hole. Murray trying to get to the outside, directing blockers. He has a strong carry of 8 up to the 48. 2nd and 2 upcoming, and Murray, if you can get him running downhill, he's a dangerous guy to come tackle. Only 6 foot 180, but he runs bigger than that. Fox set up in the gun. Murray with him again. 3 receivers spread out for Wheeler. Fox hands Murray. Finds a lane. Same exact run, same exact result. This time it comes with a first down.
Yeah, a couple of big runs there for Murray to start the game. If you're Wheeler, you love to see your running game get on track this early.
Already across midfield. Of their 3 plays on their first drive, it was an incomplete pass from Fox, a 3-yard loss on a Murray run, and then a sack for a safety. But this time, 2 runs already has them in plus territory. Fox this time hands it Murray going left. Now he cuts it back middle. Levi Murray once again following his blocks and has a strong carry of 4 up to the 45. Logan Fox is a danger to run as well. Has 7 carries for 52 yards and a touchdown. Runs when he needs to. It's not a primary asset of his game, but he does run a fair amount. Adrian Williams checks into the game for JoJo Pop. A change at defensive tackle. Williams, the senior, at 5'10", 230. We'll see if he has anything to say about these runs from Levi Murray. We've seen 3 in a row. Fox hands it to him. It's 4 in a row. Murray straight up the gut, powers forward. He's across the 35 with a first down.
Again, a nice, powerful run from Murray. You pick up the first down here. Now, if you're Wheeler, you're in good shape. You're probably thinking about scoring this drive. I wonder at some point, are we going to have some play action open up for them? Are they going to be able to take a shot?
A likely assumption, I would say. I think their plan on that first drive was try to throw early to set up the run. But this time they've just gone back to the bread and butter. Straight on the ground, under 1 minute to go in the first. And it's Murray again. Stretch run. He gets to the outside. Breaks off a tackle. He's inside the 15. Cuts back. Breaks off another one. He's inside the 10. Spinning down to the 5. Levi Murray, 30 yards, has Wheeler set up first and goal.
Who needs play action when you can do that?
That is exactly right. 40 seconds to go in this first quarter, and Levi Murray has every single yard on this Wheeler drive. And Wheeler does have some talented receivers. You see David Diaz and Vetical lined up to the far side. They spread it out, but you have to respect it, and it just gives Murray more room to run. He goes to that left side. He lowers the shoulder. He plunges forward, and he's in. Touchdown, Bearcats. They take the lead for the first time today.
Excellent run there by Murray, an excellent drive overall. I think they found something there. They figured out it was working. They just kept hammering it, and eventually got him home.
74 yards on that drive, all Levi Murray rushing yards. He has a whole game's worth of yards in just one drive right there. Wheeler out to add the extra point. Snap down, kick up, kick good. Wheeler leads it 7-2 with just 22 seconds to go in the half. We'll step aside for a moment. You've been watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At Strachan Van Til, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep. Skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strachanvantil.com or download our app today.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Welcome back to Game Night on the Region Sports Network. The Wheeler Bearcats march down 74 yards. They cap it off with a 5-yard Levi Murray touchdown run. And they have the lead 7-2 over the Calumet Warriors. Vetical is out to kick this one away. The story of the game for Calumet offensively has been the holding penalties. They've had a lot of good runs, and they've gotten into plus territory both times they've had the ball, but just too much holding from their offensive linemen have cost them and put them behind the chains. Vetical squibs this one, and we have whistles, and they're stopping this kickoff. A flag is down. I believe Wheeler was offsides on that kickoff. One of the gunners was a little too eager. You don't see too many false starts on kickoffs. This is a Quintel kickoff. All kickoffs this season are brought to you by Quintel Incorporated, handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country since 1994. So now Vetical will kick this one off from the 30. Calumet has yet to complete a pass in this one. It's been all Bryce Brandon. They threw in a fake punt for good measure. Michael Olivari got a first down on their first drive in the game. We've seen a lot so far in just one quarter of action from Wheeler High School. Vetical squibs it again. It gets through to the second level. Olivari picks it up, has a lane, breaks off a tackle, and there he goes! Olivari, one man to beat. Vetical punishes him out of bounds, but flags are down near where Olivari picked that one up, and this one might be coming back again.
Yeah, the flag's unfortunate, but what a game on special teams for Olivari so far. He gets the fake punt, and then on that return, he gets massive yardage. Obviously, it's probably going away, but it was a great play by him. He's having a good day overall.
Both officials are discussing at midfield. We'll see if this is another hold. It looks like they're picking the flag up for now. And the chains are moving up into plus territory. It looks like Calumet will get to keep that big return.
And that's a needed break for them there. Now they're going to start the drive in really good position. You have to imagine they're going right back to that running game.
They're at the 39 is where they're set up. So Calumet, this is the third time they've been in this area of the field with just 15 seconds left. We'll see if they can punch this in. Jaden Campbell in the gun. Brandon, the running back, to his right. And they will give it to him. Straight up the gut. Power run. Bryce Brandon has is close to a first down. A gain of 5, and that will take us to the end of the first quarter. Wheeler leads it 7-2. We'll have second quarter action next. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4, ajobdoneright.com.
Second quarter set to start here from Wheeler High School. The number 5 ranked Bearcats lead this one 7-2 alongside Joe Henrich. My name is Quincy Bell. Joey, it's been a very interesting first quarter. We've seen a fake punt, a safety, a false start on an opening kickoff. It's been a lot to digest in this first half. Calumet has had the ball for probably 3/4 of that quarter, but Wheeler has the lead. What did you make of that first quarter?
Obviously a very weird, kind of wild first quarter. We had a lot of stuff going on. We had like you said, we had the safety. We had a fake punt. Overall, I think both teams can feel okay.
Brandon, straight up the middle on 2nd and 5. He has a couple yards. He'll be set up with 3rd and short. But Calumet, they're determined to pound this running game. Bryce Brandon, the region's 2nd leading rusher, has had a strong day today. But also the penalties for Calumet have just been piling up. They had 45 yards worth of penalties in that first quarter thanks to 4 holds and a false start. But 3rd and 4 upcoming. They're on the doorstep of scoring on offense for the first time today. Campbell in the gun, gets the snap. It's Brandon. Nope, it's a play-action pass. Olivari on the screen. He's hit before the first down marker, but he breaks off a tackle, and he's across the 30 with a Four Seasons Mechanical first down. That's the first completed pass of the game for Calumet. They had a big play over the middle earlier, but it got called back due to one of those holding penalties. But that time, Olivari, the speedy receiver who we've seen a lot in the return game, makes his impact on the offensive side.
Yeah, absolutely, and you love to see the screen there. It was a well-designed play-action pass, and really Olivari just made a great play.
Football is becoming more and more of a space game. get your talented players with the football in space. That time, a great catch there from Olivari. So 1st and 10 from the 28 for Calumet. This time it's Brandon again, following his blocks. Patient running, rolls over a man. He's still going. Up across the 20, he's close to a first down. Looks like they will mark him about a yard short, but that time Brandon looking a little bit like Le'Veon Bell there, just stopping, waiting for his blocks to open up, and once they did, power it through the hole.
Yeah, absolutely. You love to see the patience especially out of a high school running back. You just wait for the hole to open and hit it as soon as it does.
7 yards on the carry. He's set up with 2nd and 3. At the 21, he needs the 18 for a first down. This time it's a reverse. Michael Olivari powers forward. He's again close to that first down marker. And he's about a yard short. Olivari, the receiver, gets involved in the run game as well. Coming into this matchup, he had 8 rushes for 109 yards. That's 13.6 yards per carry. Also has 2 touchdowns as well. But he was just short of the first up to the 19. It's 3rd and 1. Jaden Campbell will be in the gun again for this snap. With Brandon to his left, Campbell keeps it straight up the gut, and he has it. First down, Calumet all the way up to the 15. They're knocking on the door of the end zone.
Yeah, nice call on the QB run there. Campbell has some legs to him. He can run a little bit. And I like, you're expecting at that point you're going to get the ball to Brandon, and they hit you with the QB run, they pick up the first down. Now they're in good shape.
Well, Brandon was the lead blocker on that run. So just another guy to throw in front of Wheeler to get the ball carrier across the first down marker, no matter who that might be. 1st and 10 from the 15. Campbell in the gun. Gets it. Brandon bouncing to the outside, lowers the shoulder, and he's hit for no gain. So 2nd and 10 upcoming. At the very least for Calumet, you'd like to get a field goal on this drive, push it within 2. We could see what would be arguably an even more unconventional score of 7-5 if that happened.
Right, you got to ask, is that scoregami at that point? Are we looking at...
Region football scoregami is something I have not looked into. The maker of scoregami, John Boyce, just released a 4-part documentary about the entire history of scoregami. I've finished it already, Joe. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I did not know that was coming out. I will definitely give it a watch. I do think we should get to our, coordinating producer, Mike Dewan, and say we need to get a Region Sports scoregami going.
Going back and looking at every single Northwest Indiana high school football game and tracking every single final score would be probably not worth Mike's pay grade. Here's a throw outside, incomplete. Campbell looking outside for Smith. That pass got tipped at the line by C.J. Chafer, the outside linebacker. So 2nd and 9 for Calumet has become 3rd and 9.
Right, now you're in a 3rd and long situation. You're probably going to have to pass. I wonder, do you try a play action, or do you go and try to run it? Or do you go and try to run it and say, we're going for it on 4th down?
This Wheeler front has been getting in very quickly when Calumet has tried to pass, so I would think they wouldn't want to waste any more time with the play action. They'd probably just have a straight drop from Campbell. They've been getting enough yards on the ground. You could try to think about 2 runs here. Would be an interesting decision. Campbell throws outside, caught and hit behind the line of scrimmage. Brandon nowhere to go. Noah Hemler, the middle linebacker, comes up and makes the stop.
Yeah, excellent play there by Hemler. He reads it immediately. He gets right there, and, they had some success with that screen earlier, but not that time.
Calumet is going to keep the offense out on the field. This is a team where, if you watch their game last week against Whiting, every single time they scored, they went for 2. So kicking field goals might not be an option for them. They're still out there for what is going to be 4th and 13 from their own 20. Four Seasons Mechanical four-down territory. Campbell fires one deep, and it's over the head of his intended target, Olivari, and the Bearcats get away with a stop on defense.
Yeah, that's a big break for the Wheeler Bearcats there. I thought the decision to go for it on 4th and long there was a little interesting. I guess when you're on the road, you've got to be aggressive. It's not a horrible call there, but overall, if you're Wheeler, you kind of feel like you got away with one there.
So they will set up from their own 20. It was all Levi Murray on the last drive. Capped it off with a touchdown. We'll see if they go deeper into the playbook on drive number 3. Logan Fox in the gun. Has two guys in the backfield with him. Gets it, and it's Murray on the stretch. Cuts it middle. Levi Murray following his blocks. He has a strong run up to the second level. He's dragged down at the 28 with a solid carry of 8. Levi Murray already inching closer to 100 yards in this game. And it looks like he got a second push at the end of that run. They're giving him a first down. So 1st and 10 from the 29. Fox in the gun once again with two running backs in the backfield with him. Sends Andrew Baziri in motion, and they'll throw it to him on the pitch. Baziri is hit hard. As soon as he caught that ball, couldn't get back to the line of scrimmage. That pitch also was almost behind him. If that bounces off his shoulder and caroms the other way, that's a mad scramble for that ball. So Wheeler, not the worst outcome on that play, but they do lose 2 yards.
Right, that was a really risky play there, and I think you got to look at that and be a little bit more careful with the ball going forward.
This clock is flying by. We're already about halfway through this second quarter. Wheeler still leads at 7-2 over the Calumet Warriors. Both these teams average over 40 points a game on offense, but the defenses have come to play tonight. Fox once again has both running backs with him, but he's back to throw. Steps up towards the sidelines, and it's caught and in and out of the hands of Tyne Vetical. He had to go to both knees to try to corral that one, but it just squeaks out of his hands. So 3rd and long upcoming for Wheeler.
Yeah, and that's an unfortunate one again. You run a really good route. The ball was a little low, but overall it wasn't too bad. It was a good play design, just sometimes it doesn't work out.
Vetical is a very talented receiver. He was in the top 10 in receiving yards last year out of all region players. I'm sure he probably thinks he should have had that one.
Oh, absolutely. And he's such a great weapon for them across the board. Obviously, he kicks for them. He's a good receiver. He's one of those guys that if he's on the field and you get the ball in his hands, he's going to make a play.
Fox rolls out to his left, looking, throws on the run outside for Vetical, and it's incomplete. Vetical climbed the ladder, but had no room to make the catch. Kyron Wright, the free safety coming up, was able to knock that one away, and a 3-and-out enforced by the Calumet defense. A big stop for them as they'll be getting the ball back down 5.
Yeah, and you really needed that if you were Calumet there. I feel like there were a couple spots in here this game starts to get away from you a little bit, but if your defense can hang in there, you've got the offense to come through when you need to.
And we've seen our fair share of returns from Olivari in this one. He's back to return this upcoming punt for Calumet. Vetical gets it and boots it away. Short kick, drops at the 40 and goes out of bounds. Not a very far kick there. That was Levi Murray, actually, who was punting that ball, the running back. But nonetheless, Calumet set up in plus territory again with 5:34 to go in the half.
Yeah, and I think you look at it as Calumet, your defense got a big stand. Really, overall, you're about back to where you were when you went for that forward on that 4th down and missed it. It's not a terrible sequence for them here.
They're set up 1st and 10 from the 40, Calumet is. It's been a heavy dose of Bryce Brandon, the region's second leading rusher. We've seen a couple passes thrown in here and there, but they've only been able to complete the screen to Olivari on their last drive. Both tight ends are in the game for Calumet. And it's Brandon, straight up the gut. He has nowhere to go. He just runs into a wall. That Wheeler front three of Braden Olson, Logan Bingham, and Aiden Mason. Everybody sort of crashed down on the running back. He only got 2 yards up to the 42. But this front three for Wheeler, they run a 3-4 on defense. Give them credit. They've been able to contain Brandon, not necessarily stop him on every play, but contain him. They've kept him out of the end zone today. And the only points Calumet has to show was that one safety on Wheeler's opening drive.
Right, and I think if you're Calumet, you look at it and you say, we've put up a decent amount of yards. We're getting what we want up, especially up front, and we're getting what we want on the ground. But it's just the penalties that have just killed these drives.
Calumet will call a timeout and talk things over on 2nd and 8. We'll be back in a moment. You've been watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craftworkers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craftworkers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Calling all current and future homeowners in the Northwest Indiana area. Whether you're buying or selling, Brent Wright is here to make your real estate journey smooth and successful. With years of experience, personalized service, and a deep knowledge of the market, Brent will help you find the perfect place or get the best deal for your property. Call today at 219-406-7195 and take the first step towards your real estate goals. Contact Brent Wright, the right way to buy and sell real estate.
Welcome back. 2nd and 8 for Calumet out of the timeout. That's their first timeout of the half. 7-2, the lead for the Wheeler Bearcats. Jaden Campbell motions his receiver Olivari across the formation. Gets the snap and now hands it Bryce Brandon. Straight up the gut. He has nowhere to go. Plunges forward for a gain of 2. He'll be set up with 3rd and medium upcoming with under 4:40 to go in the half.
Yeah, the response by the Wheeler front on this drive has been impressive. They've kind of been pushed around a little bit. Brandon's gotten a 20 yardage, and it seems like they figured something out on that end, at least a little bit.
3rd and 6. We'll see if Calumet goes back to the run or if they try something play action-wise. Jaden Campbell, the big 6'3" freshman, controlling the ball for the Warriors in this game. This is just his 3rd start. He replaced junior Christian West in midseason, and he's looked solid when he's had to throw this year. But this by far his toughest test facing a top 5 team on the road. Campbell will tuck it and run, looking for the first down himself. He lowers the shoulder near the first. It looks like he has it for the moment. It'll depend on the spot.
You love to see that from Campbell there, though. He gets in trouble. I don't know about you. My mind was thinking sack right there. He pump fakes. He gets right up the middle, and they probably got a first down coming out of this.
And the chains are moving. The freshman QB, Jaden Campbell, has a 4 seasons mechanical first down coming into this game. He had 7 rush attempts for -9 yards. But that time he looked pretty athletic with his legs. Clock moving, under 3:30 to go in the half from the 30. Calumet looking to punch it in for the first time on offense. Brandon, stretch run, looking for a lane, breaks off a tackle. Wrapped up after a solid gain of 4 up to the 26. We have seen a little bit of the second running back, John Boyd, the 5'9" senior. We'll see if he comes in at some point during this drive. But it's been all Brandon on the ground. And Calumet is determined to just keep this clock moving. Wheeler has only had 3 drives, a safety, a 3 and out, and the 1 touchdown drive. But it's been all Calumet with the ball. This half, Campbell back to throw, fires one deep, one-on-one coverage to the outside, and it's incomplete. Great coverage on the outer edge there from Wheeler. Keegan Cantone with some great one-on-one coverage on the outside. Brandon Smith, the receiver, had no room to get open and make a play. So now we're looking at 3rd and 7 from the 27. Campbell jogging back to the formation with his wide receiver, Olivari. And Joe, are you thinking 2 runs here, or you try to break out another pass?
I think you're going to have some space in the passing game if you wanted to go to that option. Your 2 runs isn't a horrible play here, but I think they're kind of expecting that at this point.
It's Campbell to throw now. He steps up looking to run again. Stiff arms, and he cannot get to the outside. He's dragged down at the line of scrimmage. 4th down upcoming for Calumet. They went for it on 4th and 13 on their last drive. It looks like kicking a field goal is not an option for them in this one. So with 2:12 and 4th and 6 upcoming, Wheeler will take a timeout and talk over what they want to do on defense. We'll step away for 30. You've been watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At Strachan Van Til, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep. Skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strachanvantil.com or download our app today.
4th and 6 for the Calumet Warriors from the 26-yard line. They are knocking on the doorstep of scoring on offense for the first time, but they need a big play here to keep that drive going and get into the red zone. It's Four Seasons Mechanical, 4-down territory here from Wheeler High School in the waning moments of the first half. Jaden Campbell, the freshman QB, lined up in the gun. He tosses it. Brandon looking for the edge, finds a lane. He's through near the marker. And he has it. 1st down, Calumet on the toss.
How about that play from Brandon there? I love the stiff arm at the end, too. It was a nice, aggressive run. And that was a big play in this game for Calumet. And you keep this drive going, you got a good shot at getting back in this game.
The clock stopped for a moment to move the chains, but we're now under 2 minutes in the half. Calumet with 1st and 10 from the 16. This is the farthest they've made it down the field today. Once again, Bryce Brandon is the running back, the region's 2nd leading rusher. He gets it straight up the gut, following his blocks. Looking, he breaks off a tackle and he's into the end zone for the moment. Flags are down at the very end of that play. Brandon was standing up the whole time. He had guys around him. If the touchdown stands, it's 8-7, but we do have multiple flags on the field.
Yeah, I know that's on Calumet, but it's kind of a backbreaker. You've gotten down here a couple times now. You get the big run to probably go into halftime with the lead, and if that comes back, it's just a horrible break.
And it's going to be a face mask against Wheeler, so the touchdown will stand. Calumet has the lead back. Bryce Brandon keeping the legs moving, refusing to quit on that play. Got all the way to the end zone, and the Calumet Warriors looking to get what would be a massive upset on the road. And they're going to be going for 2 to try to make this a 3-point game. With 1:34, finally the Warriors punch this one in at the very end of the half, and we'll see if they can add on. Out of the Wildcat, Brandon straight up the gut. Near the goal line, he's in. 2-point conversion, good. Warriors lead this one 10-7 in the waning moments of the first half. Will Wheeler have a response to close out the half? We'll find out next. You've been watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Life isn't always loud. Sometimes it's the quiet moments that matter the most. Of effort, of a dream taking root. And behind those moments, there's trust. Thank you for trusting Centier Bank with those moments. and making us a part of your story. Thank you for the opportunity to earn your trust.
At Blyce, we're used to having the athlete shop at our store.
Down, sit, put.
But sometimes they get carried away. Blyce, this is where the athlete shops.
Welcome back to Game Night on the Region Sports Network. The Calumet Warriors have the number 5 ranked Wheeler Bearcats on the ropes in this one. They lead at 10-7 with only 1:34 to go in the half. There was a face mask penalty on that last touchdown from Bryce Brandon, so Calumet kicking this one from the Wheeler 45, looking to back up the Bearcats for their final drive of the first half. Olivari has a decent leg on him, and he boots it away. High and near the end zone, that's where it will land. A touchback, and the Bearcats will set up shop from the 20. Alongside Quincy Bell, Joe Hyrich with me. Joe, it's been a struggle for Wheeler in the passing game on offense. They haven't had the ball a lot in this first half. Calumet has been controlling the clock and just eating it up like a Thanksgiving dinner. But the touchdown drive was all Levi Murray. They handed it to him every single play. They got 70 yards down the field. Their other 2 drives, Logan Fox has had some trouble making throws on the offensive end, but also his receivers haven't been open.
It's been a great effort by the Calumet defense all day today in the passing game.
Stretch run Murray. He gets out of bounds with a strong carry up near the 30. It looks like they dragged him down inbounds, so the clock will keep moving. 1:20 and counting on the clock for Wheeler. They do have a strong kicker, Tyne Vetical, so they don't need much to get into field goal range. Fox rolling out, throwing outside, and it's caught at the first down marker. Anthony Huron is out of bounds with a Four Seasons Mechanical first down, and that will stop the clock.
Right, and that's big here if you're Wheeler, because you're looking and you got to get this pass game going a little bit here. And about a minute left in the first half, looking for a response, and that's a great way to do it.
1st and 10 from the 30. Fox in the gun with Murray to his left. And the junior will look to throw. He has time. Now he's running out of it. Rolling out. Throwing sidelines. Huron again. Did he get the feet in bounds? It's close on that far sidelines. No signal yet. And it looks like he did not get both feet in. So 2nd and 10 from the 30.
And it wasn't a bad throw. It looked like Fox had Tyne Vetical open on a little comeback route over here on the left side. Overall, not a bad throw. His feet didn't quite get down. I think you like that if you're trying to get this passing game going a little bit.
Under a minute to go. 57 seconds for 2nd and 10. Fox to throw again. He has time. Steps up deep down the middle of the field. Vetical running free, but he just overshot the receiver. That is a tough throw to make for Fox, especially with a guy in your face. Vetical did not have a ton of separation, but that pass was there just a little bit too far.
And I think now if you're the Bearcats, you're worried a little bit. You got about 50 seconds off the clock. You don't want to give Calumet too much time to come down and try to score again.
3rd and 10 from the 30. Calumet has blocked a punt this year, so could be something to think about. Calumet does have 2 timeouts at their disposal, so if they stop them short, whether it's a run or a pass, they can stop the clock. Fox looking for the first down, steps up middle, and it's off the left hand of David Diaz, the senior, coming in on the slant. So with 47 seconds left, Calumet will get the ball back off this upcoming Wheeler punt. And we've seen them break some big returns in this game as well, Joe.
Right, and you get a big one here. You're looking at it. You're going to probably take a lead into halftime at this point. You've kind of controlled the game here. you get a big return and you somehow manage to get a touchdown or a field goal on this drive, you're feeling really good if you're the Warriors.
Michael Olivari back to return for Calumet. Already has a 50-yard return on a kick in this game. That was off the safety that Calumet got. Took it from the 20 all the way up across the 40. We'll see if he has another electric return in him. Could be featured on the IBEW Local 697 Electrifying Plays. Check out the IBEW Local 697 Electrifying Plays for this week's football action. Visit regionsports.com. On the Facebook or Instagram page, the Electrifying Plays are brought to you by IBEW Local 697. They are the electrical professionals. Proud to represent the region. Olivari will let this one bounce, and he'll just let it roll and stop inside the 40 with 37 seconds left. We'll see if Calumet just takes a knee to bring this one into half, but Joe, a very strong half from them. 10-7, they have the lead. Wheeler will get the ball coming out of half, but the Warriors have controlled the clock all throughout this one. Make sure you stay with the Region Sports after the game as we send it back to the Centier Bank studio. RSN will recap all of tonight's action from around the region, all for the Centier Bank studio. But Joe, a great half from the underdogs in this one.
Absolutely. When you're an underdog coming in on the road, this is exactly what you're looking for. You know it's not necessarily going to be the prettiest game you've ever played, but a lead at half and controlling the clock the way they have, you'll take that if you're the Warriors.
Campbell will take the knee. Any second, I'm sure. Visit regionsports.com or Region Sports Nation for the Enigenberg Home Improvement Top 10 Enigenberg Exteriors. You can find them on the web at ebrigexteriors.com. Proud to represent the top 10 poll that we see every week on the Region Sports Network page, but the 5th-ranked team in that poll, they're in trouble. Down 3 at half, the Wheeler Bearcats are to the Calumet Warriors. The clock is moving. Everyone's kind of just lined up at the line of scrimmage. And it looks like that will do it. Halftime, it's the Warriors, the Road Warriors, if you will, controlling the game at half, 10-7. We'll step aside for a moment. We'll be back with halftime coverage next. You've been watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
At Strachan Van Til, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep. Skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strachanvantil.com or download our app today.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowd Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowd Companies, insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
From lighting up Friday Night Football to powering the classrooms that shape the students of Lake County, IBEW Local 697 is proud to support our region's schools and the communities we call home. A career as a union electrician could be your next great move. Your next cap might be a hard hat. IBEW Local 697, powering futures, powering the region.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
At American Testing Services, based in Hobart, Indiana, we specialize in NDT drone inspections and heat treatment services for local mills, fab shops, and facilities across the country. From Northwest Indiana to nationwide, we deliver precision, safety, and reliability. American Testing Services, America's trusted name in NDT.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Now we're back.
Welcome back to Game 9 on the Region Sports Network. Halftime here from Wheeler High School. It's the visitors, the Calumet Warriors, who have the number 5 ranked team in the region on the ropes. It's 10-7 alongside Joe Heinrich. My name is Quincy Bell. Joe, what did you see in that first half? Because what I saw was a lot of Calumet just controlling the clock with the running game. It felt like Wheeler barely had the ball.
Absolutely, and I think if you're Wheeler, you have that one possession where you get it to Murray a ton and you score. But at a certain point here, the way Calumet's controlling the clock, the way Calumet is making plays on defense when they have to, it's going to be hard to get back and take control back of this game from them. Obviously, you get the ball coming at a half, but I think if you're Wheeler, you kind of have to score on this possession because you don't know when you're going to see the ball again.
Wheeler has only had 4 drives on offense, a safety, 2 3-and-outs, and the touchdown drive, which was all their sophomore running back Levi Murray. But Logan Fox has been under duress anytime he's had to throw. His receivers have not had any separation. You look at Calumet, on the other hand, they could be up 17-7, even 24-7 in this game if it weren't for a lot of penalties in the first half of this, in the first quarter of this one. In the first quarter, they had 4 holding penalties and a false start, but they cleaned that up in the second half. They were able to get in the end zone, and they're looking for what would be one of their biggest wins in a very long time, Calumet, that is.
Yeah, absolutely, and it comes in a season where they've really turned things around and gotten on a nice little run here. This would kind of be the cherry on top of their season so far, to go in here and really kind of push the Bearcats around a little bit on their home field. And I just think it's an excellent way to continue your season and build some momentum going into the latter half of your schedule here.
Well, most people thought this was going to be a 2-team race to win the GSSC. It was going to be between Wheeler and Griffith. Both teams were undefeated going into the final week of the season last year. A game Wheeler won at Griffith, and a lot of people were looking to that rematch potentially, but Calumet is throwing their name in the ring. Both these teams sit at 2-0 in conference play, and the winner would be in the driver's seat at 3-0 potentially. But this would be a massive win for Calumet if they were to get it. They do have Griffith at home next week, so if they could win this weekend next week, they'll sew up a conference championship. So this is a very big game for Calumet, and they have a 3-point lead they're looking to keep in the second half of this one. Let's take a look at some scores around the region. This is your Strachan Van Til hometown scoreboard update. We have another upset potentially brewing over at Valparaiso. The number 2 ranked Maryville Pirates down at the half, 21-20 to Valparaiso.
Right, and I think one of the things we've talked about all season is, Maryville and Crown Point have kind of been our top two teams, and the real question has been outside of each other, can anyone take one of those teams down? And Valpo's got them right there.
Well, this has been a down year for Valpo. They sit at 1-5. That's a team that's a mainstay in the RSN top 10. They're not in there right now, but this could be a season-defining win for them. They played a murderous out-of-conference schedule, playing Penn and Brother Rice, a team from South Bend area and a team from Chicago. Then they had the one-score loss to Chesterton. They had a one-score loss to Michigan City. Their only win has been against LaPorte, but they're up in that one. Michigan City lead the Portage Indians 15-3 over at Ames Field. The Wolves have had a strong year so far in 2025. Speaking of Griffith, they're up 23-6 against Gary Westside at the half. Andrean up 21-0 on the Angola Hornets in the third quarter of that one. That was going to be a tough game for Andrean, but they look to be handling the test no problem. River Forest, the Ingots, up 9-0 on Bishop Noah in the second quarter. I'm just scrolling through there is an actual hometown scoreboard stream on RSN. You can just click through and look at the scores. Of course, Calumet 10-7 on Wheeler. No score between East Chicago and Lake Station. The Morton Governors all over their crosstown rivals, Hammond Central, 56-0 in that one. Munster up 21-0 on Highland in a big rivalry matchup in the NCC. No score yet between Hobart and Hanover. Chesterton, the number 9 ranked Trojans, up 7-0 on Lake Central at the half. The number one ranked Crown Point Bulldogs looking like it so far. They lead LaPorte 35-0 at the half. And the Lowell Red Devils are putting a beating on Kankakee Valley, who sits at 0-6 this year. The number 4 ranked Lowell Red Devils up 41-0 at the half. And I believe that will be all for this Strachan Van Til Hometown Scoreboard update. Follow all of tonight's Region football scores live on the Hometown Scoreboard, streaming on youtube.com/Region Sports and Facebook, courtesy of your neighborhood Strachan Van Til, your favorite Indiana-made grocery store. Be sure to stay connected with all things Region Sports by supporting and following us on social media. We're always active on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X, and online at regionsports.com. Celebrating over 25 years, we're proud to still be the only game in town. We'll preview some awards, although this game is far from over. First of which will be the Crawl Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. Joe, do you have any candidates for that Superhero of the Game, potentially?
I have to be honest, my first thought goes to Olivari. He's got the fake punt. He has a couple big runs in there. He's just the kind of guy that's been making plays where he's had opportunities all game. I think you also got to give Brandon a little bit of a shout out. He's been doing a great job on the ground. Lots of good options from both sides a little bit, and I think we've got quite a few twists and turns left in this game.
Game definitely far from over. Crawl Companies have offices open from 9 to 7 Monday through Friday, and Saturdays till 2 in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City. Next, the blue-collar player of the game, kind of the guy that's doing a lot of the hard work, being seen and not heard. I have a candidate potentially from Calumet, and it's Kalani Robinson, the defensive end who got in for that safety. He's been working hard up front for Calumet, but obviously a lot of game left. And obviously the play of the game, I don't think we can name that one quite yet, especially with this just being the first half of a 3-point game. We'll be back with more coverage next. You've been watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. And Commissioner, thanks for taking time to join us. Appreciate it. Man, what a busy time of year. Golf championships coming up at Prairie View. Soccer starts on Monday. Volleyball pairing show on Sunday. And week number 7 of high school football. What a busy weekend for everyone.
Yeah, it's really been a great fall, Coach. And, you know, it's things are coming. And, it's fun to get out and watch these student athletes. They've been obviously started way back in the summer.
Right.
Developing their skill set with their coaches. And, this is a time of year where you hope all that extra work pays off a little bit. And, it's really exciting. And, the golf tournament this weekend is going to be, I have a feeling it's going to be a record setter. We've already had some tournament records set on the way through the sectional round and the way to get to the state finals. And another thing that we kick off this weekend is our unified flag football, and that starts across the state this weekend. That's an incredible program that we have where, we have traditional student athletes pair with other teammates from their school that have an intellectual disability, and they compete together as one. And it's really a phenomenal program, and we'll be celebrating the state championship in that sport here real soon.
I think the phenomenal part about unified flag football going back is it was a student-driven initiative. They took it upon themselves to begin the process to get this recognized as an IHSA sport, and it was a groundswell of support amongst kids around the state of Indiana to do this, which I think I admire their resolve and their perseverance and how they went about making this happen.
Yeah, they did a phenomenal job, and I was around when that originally got started, and it was and Commissioner Cox at the time challenged students to bring something to the table that they could do with our student advisory committee, 19 kids from around the state, and this is what they came up with. And then what's cool, it's become a national model. There's many states that have developed a unified program over the years now, and we continually see growth, and again, it's great. And everybody says, the one thing it does, it changes the culture of your schools, and it allows students that didn't get to eat at the so-called cool kids table during lunch, and now they're all together, and it's just been a phenomenal addition to the sport offerings that we have.
All right, week 7 of high school football, and then on the 12th of October, the pairing show for the upcoming state championship. I can't believe we're at that point of the year.
It is. It's here, and let's go. That's kind of the theme. Let's go. It's going to be. First of all, I look forward to the pairing show. It's an opportunity to learn some things about high school football with our talented team of experts. And you're certainly the lead of that, coach. And and again, it's fun to celebrate the the athlete successes. And there's not a pairing show for the AAU tournament coming up, and there's not a pairing show for a lot of other things.
Right.
But there is for high school athletics that are education-based, and we want to make sure we protect this along the way.
He's the commissioner of the IHSAA. It's Paul Neidig. Our weekly conversation about all things IHSAA related. We always remind you, go out, buy a ticket. I remind you to buy 2 instead of 1. Make your contribution on a daily and weekly basis to help fund our athletic programs for our student athletes around the state. Commissioner, have a great weekend. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you, Coach. I look forward to our weekly conversations.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
At Strachan Van Til, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep. Skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strachanvantil.com or download our app today.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
From lighting up Friday night football to powering the classrooms that shape the students of Lake County, IBEW Local 697 is proud to support our region's schools and the communities we call home. A career as a union electrician could be your next great move. Your next cap might be a hard hat. IBEW Local 697, powering futures, powering the region.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4, ajobdoneright.com.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craftworkers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craftworkers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Calling all current and future homeowners in the Northwest Indiana area. Whether you're buying or selling, Brent Wright is here to make your real estate journey smooth and successful. With years of experience, personalized service, and a deep knowledge of the market, Brent will help you find the perfect place or get the best deal for your property. Call today at 219-406-7195 and take the first step toward your real estate goals. Contact Brent Wright, the right way to buy and sell real estate.
Welcome back. Half number 2 set to start from Wheeler High School in Valparaiso, Indiana. The road squad, the Calumet Warriors, lead this one 10-7. And we are set for what is sure to be an exciting half on what has been a very pretty much picturesque night for football. It's time for your Economy Electric Heating and Cooling game night forecast. 72 degrees, feels like 72. Humidity of 70%, a little high for October. A dew point of 62 degrees and winds coming from the northeast at 3 miles per hour. That's been your Economy Electric Heating and Cooling game night forecast. Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, keeping you cozy in the winter and cool in the summer. Alongside Joe Henrich, my name is Quincy Bell. We're just about 3.5 minutes away from the start of the second half of this one. Joe, what does Wheeler need to do on offense to get the lead back at this one? They do start with the ball.
Yeah, I think it's really simple. From what we've seen in the first half, their best move, get the ball to Murray. Give him the ball, get out of the way. He'll take you down the field if you let him, and you'll find yourself in control of this game pretty quick.
The one touchdown Wheeler does have, they were set up with the ball at the 25, and all 75 of those rushing yards All 75 of the yards on that drive came from the sophomore running back Levi Murray. Well, that's been the only drive where they've even gotten a first down. All their other drives, we've seen a couple of 3-and-outs and a safety.
Right, and I think it's hard when Calumet's controlled the clock the way they have to really get any sort of rhythm going. So I think if you can establish a rhythm this drive, maybe that'll help you a little bit down the line. This might be your best opportunity to do so in the second half.
So Calumet on defense, it's been a good job for them on defense too, especially with the way they've been able to stop the pass. This is not a team in Wheeler that likes to pass a lot. However, they do like to strike big when they do complete some passes. Tyne Vetical, the leading receiver for Wheeler, has not caught a pass in this first half. They've done a great job of containing him.
Absolutely. He had a couple opportunities towards the end of the half, but they really couldn't make too much out of him. And I think if you're Calumet, if you can get in and stop that run a little bit on this first drive here, I think you've got a good shot at controlling this in the second half like you did in the first.
Minute and a half left on the clock before we start the second half, and I think this first drive is going to be a big telltale sign about how the second half's going to go. If Wheeler can march this one down, make it 14-10 immediately, they'll be in good shape because Calumet has not looked like world beaters on offense. They've made their fair share of mistakes. But if Calumet gets a stop, they get the ball back, they chew up more of that clock, maybe make it 17-7, it's going to be hard for Wheeler to come back at this one. We've seen a very limited amount of drives in this one for either team to really get points on the board.
Right, it's been a big defensive game, which I don't think we really expected too much coming in with both of them averaging close to 40 points a game. And I think you look at it, and I think it's still anyone's ball game, and I think the first offense to really start making some big plays is going to walk away with this one.
I think for both of these teams, this has been the hardest opponent they've seen all year. So the defenses have sort of taken the forefront this one. The offenses have had to work. Michael Olivari set to kick this one away for Calumet. The Wheeler Bearcats, the number 5 ranked team in the region, on the ropes, and they need a response in the second half. We'll see what they have cooking on their first drive. If Calumet could hold on and win this one, it would be a monumental win for their program, and it would put them in the driver's seat to win their first conference title in a long time.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think we're looking at that score. The scores, the game against Griffith next week could be for the conference championship.
Olivari set, so are his Gunners. We'll see what Wheeler cooked up during the halftime break, and we'll see if they have a response to this strong start for Calumet. We're underway with the second half of this one, and this ball goes over the head of Vetical and into the end zone for a touchback. The Bearcats will set up shop at the 20-yard line, and we'll see if they go back to Levi Murray on that touchdown drive for Wheeler. It was 75 yards all from the sophomore running back. Logan Fox, the QB, has struggled to make plays today. He's had multiple defensive linemen in his face when he's tried to make throws. Kalani Robinson and Dalen Sampson, the 2 defensive ends, have both been causing havoc. Robinson even got that sack earlier in the game for the safety, which started the scoring at 2-0. Wheeler then made it 7-2. Calumet punched it in at the end of the half, put a 2-point conversion up to make it 10-7, and Levi Murray gets the carry on the first play from scrimmage of the second half and has 5 yards up to the 25 on first down. The key for Wheeler as well will be staying ahead of the chains. We've seen a few negative run plays on some tosses and some sacks as well.
Right, and I think you want to stay out of those 3rd and long situations, especially with your passing game struggling a little bit. If you're going to pass, you want it to be a short one.
Fox hands to Murray, stretch run to the right. He has a lane, and he's through to the second level. Levi Murray dives forward up to the 45, 20-yard run. He has himself a Four Seasons mechanical first down, and the Bearcats are already cooking on this first drive out of the half.
Yeah, and this is exactly how you wanted to start it. You got it going on the ground a little bit. this is your chance to kind of control the clock here and control the game a little bit.
Already 25 rushing yards for Levi Murray on the drive. 2 receivers in the game. Vetical lined up to the far side at the top of your screen. Fox again to Murray. Gets away across the 50, across the near the 45. He's pushed out of bounds. Flags fly at the end of that play. We might see a hold upcoming on Wheeler. Adrian Williams, the senior nose tackle, waving his hands. It looks like he thinks it's on Wheeler. Officials still discussing, but the Bearcats are moving back, and it is holding. That's on the right guard. Jacob Smith got a little too handsy at the second level. So they're back to the 40. They only lost 5 yards for the first down play upcoming, because the 10 yards is from the spot of the foul. Fox in the gun again with Murray behind him. And Fox will look to throw, rolling out to his left. Throws over the middle, and it's caught vertical out of bounds across the 50, but there's another flag down in the backfield. We could be seeing another hold against the Bearcats, and that's something that plagued Calumet in the first quarter. 4 holding penalties they had in the first quarter of this one, but Joe, Wheeler is not helping themselves out here.
Oh, not at all. That's kind of a killer. You finally get a good play in the passing game. You're getting yourself back ahead of the sticks, and then you get the holding penalty, and now you're looking at first and very long.
You're looking at 1st and 25 from the 30. But that is what killed Calumet in that first quarter. They had multiple drives inside the 30 that got pushed back near midfield due to those penalties. Calumet was able to overcome it. They still had the lead coming out of half. Wheeler played a pretty penalty-free first half, but already 2 holds on this first drive. Fox will look to throw and try to get some yards back. He has time. He dances, rolls out, outside, sliding down, and making the catch along the boundary, the senior David Diaz. Diaz with his 4th catch on the year. He's the 3rd receiver in this Wheeler offense, sort of a slot guy they like to use in long yardage situations. Vetical and Anthony Huron are the 2 primary pass catchers for the Bearcats, as well as Connor Welch, the tight end, number 18, but we haven't called his name in the passing game at all today either.
No, it's been a very slow day overall in the passing game for Wheeler. I think if you take out that holding this drive, they've done a decent job kind of getting it going a little bit and building a bit of a rhythm.
Fox hands Murray, gets to the second level along the left side, trying to get around the corner. He cannot. The Calumet linebackers were able to chase him down and push him out around the 40, so it's 3rd and long upcoming for the Bearcats. 3rd and 16 from the 39. Give credit to this Calumet front. You know, holding penalties have to be earned to some extent. If your defensive end gets past you, you'd rather give up a hold than the sack. So Calumet doing their part on the defensive end. But Wheeler has their work cut out for 3rd and long. It's a screen pass caught by Murray along the sidelines. He has blocks. He cuts it to the middle of the field. He breaks off a tackle. He's across the 45 with a first down. Levi Murray gets into the game on the receiving end. That's only his 6th catch on the year, but it's a much-needed one. A first down into enemy territory.
Absolutely, and he's made a lot of big plays today. That's probably one of the biggest there. You're looking at it if you're Wheeler and you got a good shot to get back in control of this game, and if you don't pick that up, you're in trouble. But now you're moving, you're in enemy territory, and you've got a good shot.
This is a Wheeler offensive line that is sizable. Of their 5 primary linemen, 225, 232, 245, 265, 240. It's just you've had multiple Calumet guys crashing down on you. You know, leak the linemen out, give the running back some space to work. Murray made a couple guys miss, and 16 yards for a first down. Under 9 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, and the Bearcats have a solid drive going, looking to tie this one up or potentially take the lead out of the half. Fox is in the gun with 2 running backs in the game, Levi Murray as well as the freshman Andrew Baziri. They fake the toss to Baziri. Fox throws deep down the middle of the field for Vetical, and it's in and out of his hands. One-on-one coverage, great defensive effort there by Marcus Louver, knocking the ball out of the wide receiver's hands.
Yeah, excellent play there. That was certainly a touchdown, and it would have been a big one. This Wheeler passing game has gotten close a couple of times. They just can't quite make the big play.
Vetical against Louvert, and it's the senior defensive back who is able to get up there and knock it away. Louvert has been a great force outside this game, has 2 interceptions on the year, and he has had Vetical locked down this entire game. Murray, handoff on second and medium. He gets up near the first down marker, but once again, flags are flying near the first down marker. Could this be yet another hold? The left tackle, Aiden Mason, for Wheeler is down at the very end of that play. And it is going to be another hold against Wheeler, and we're going to step aside. We hope Mason is okay. We'll be back with more. You've been watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craftworkers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craftworkers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Calling all current and future homeowners in the Northwest Indiana area. Whether you're buying or selling, Brent Wright is here to make your real estate journey smooth and successful. With years of experience, personalized service, and a deep knowledge of the market, Brent will help you find the perfect place or get the best deal for your property. Call today at 219-406-7195 and take the first step toward your real estate goals. Contact Brent Wright, the right way to buy and sell real estate.
Welcome back to Game Night on the Region Sports Network. Aiden Mason, the Wheeler left tackle, was able to get to the sidelines under his own power. It looks like he will be okay, but the backup, Aiden Kozik, will sub in. The 6-foot, 170-pound freshman is pressed into action on second and long from around midfield for Wheeler as they look to tie this one up. Fox rolling out to his right, throws outside, and it's incomplete, almost intercepted. Brandon Smith, the defensive back coming in, was able to get a hand on the ball. That pass just out of the reach of Anthony Huron. But Wheeler again set up with a 3rd and long. And we see a flag come in at the very end of that play. There was nothing going on, and a flag has been thrown near the Calumet defenders. The Warriors look a little bit confused. Fox, the quarterback, will jog to the sidelines and get some instructions from his coach. But we'll see what this flag is, Joe. I don't know what the refs could have saw in there. And it's unsportsmanlike conduct on Calumet, potentially some trash talking at the end of that play. And I think that's going to set Wheeler up with a first down.
That's a horrible mental error to make there. You made a great play on the pass breakup there. You got him in 3rd and 15. You're looking to get the ball back and take up more of that clock, and now you give them a first down.
So the Bearcats have been given a gift. They're up to the 33 with a first down, and they're knocking on the door of field goal range to try to tie this one, but they want the end zone to get the lead back. They send Vetical in motion, but they hand it to Murray straight at the middle, and he is surrounded and dragged down by 6 or 7 Calumet Warrior linemen. That front 7 has been really working hard today, and that's the first time they've really gotten Murray in the backfield for a loss.
Absolutely. That's a great response by Calumet's front there. They're doing a much better job on Murray in this drive.
And another Wheeler Bearcat is down for the moment. Trainer is jockeying onto the field. We'll step aside again. You've been watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, only game in town.
When it comes to your money, you deserve more than just numbers on a page. You deserve someone who sees the full picture. Meet Mark Machnick, one of Northwest Indiana's most trusted accounting professionals. Whether you're running a business, planning for retirement, or just trying to make sense of tax season, Mark Machnick, located in Highland, makes it simple, personal, and believe it or not, painless. Contact Mark and his team today at 219-595-5290. Mark Machnick, CPA.
Flip the switch, a light turns on. Press the button, machines and instruments come to life. Touch the screen, communicate with the world. Simple tasks, guaranteed results, every second of every day. That's the power of power. And that's the power brought to you by the NECA contractors and electrical workers of Local 531.
Life isn't always loud. Sometimes it's the quiet moments that matter the most. Of effort, of a dream taking root. And behind those moments, there's trust. Thank you for trusting Centier Bank with those moments and making us a part of your story. Thank you for the opportunity to earn your trust.
At Blyce, we're used to having the athlete shop at our store.
Down, sit, put.
But sometimes they get carried away. Blyce, this is where the athlete shops.
At American Testing Services, based in Hobart, Indiana, we specialize in NDT drone inspections and heat treatment services for local mills, fab shops, and facilities across the country. From Northwest Indiana to nationwide, we deliver precision, safety, and reliability. American Testing Services, America's trusted name in NDT.
Welcome back to Game Night on the Region Sports Network. Levi Murray, the star sophomore running back for the Bearcats, has made his way to the sidelines with an apparent injury. He was very slow to get up after that last play. He's walking around on the sidelines under his own power, and we hope that he is okay. So that could be a killer for Wheeler in this game. He's been their main source of offense. Here's the second running back, Andrew Baziri, looking for room, and he's up to the 30 with a solid carry on second and long. It'll set up a third and medium. Wheeler going quickly. Fox is back to throw, looking, has time, throws to the sidelines, incomplete. Just a little bit too tall for David Diaz. Fourth down upcoming from the 30. This would be a 47-yard field goal. I don't know if Tyne Vetical has that much leg in him, and it looks like the Wheeler offense will stay on the field. It's Four Seasons Mechanical, 4-down territory, 4th and 7 from the 30. It's been a struggle all game for Logan Fox to find open receivers in this one. He has 3 receivers in the game for 4th down. Straight drop for Fox. He's looking, fires to the sidelines, batted in the air, and incomplete. Brandon Smith, the defensive back, comes in for the PBU. He stands tall, puts the seatbelt on, and the Warriors come away with another defensive stop.
Another excellent play by this Calumet secondary, and I think if you look at it, you want to talk about Logan Fox, he just hasn't had that much opportunity to push the ball downfield at all these the secondary has been fantastic all game.
Marcus Luvert and Brandon Smith have been terrific. They've been bracketing Anthony Huron and Tyne Vetical, the two primary receivers for Wheeler. They have had nowhere to go. Huron has just 2 catches for 12 yards. Vetical yet to catch a pass today. Calumet looking to eat up clock on offense. It's Brandon. Straight up the gut. He's getting a push from his lineman. He's still on his feet across the 35. A strong carry as Calumet looks to continue to eat up this clock. They're under 20 minutes away from upsetting the number 5 ranked team in the region.
Right, and I think you get that stop, and now you're back in control of this game.
That was a strong run of 8 from Bryce Brandon, who has been controlling the clock with his linemen all throughout this game. Give credit to this Calumet offensive line, giving him some room to run. Only 2 receivers in the game for Calumet on 2nd and short. It's Brandon again. This time he has nowhere to go. He breaks off a tackle and reaches for the first down marker at the 40. He's very close, and they're going to give it to him on the second effort. Bryce Brandon has a 4 seasons mechanical first down.
Yet another big run for Brandon there, and they need that. They've got the clock going. They've got a chance to gain even more control of this game if they can get a score here. And if they can just keep moving downfield, they've got a really good shot in this one.
6:30 to go in the third. Calumet looking to keep control of the ball. Brandon, stretch run to the outside. He looks like he had the corner for a moment. Then he was swarmed up, and we have flags down behind the play, and that could be another holding penalty against the Warriors.
Yeah, and penalties have really kind of become the story of this game, especially after Wheeler's last drive. We've got a lot of holding. We've got a lot of good plays being erased by some really preventable penalties.
And it will be a hold on this Calumet offensive line. When they haven't been called for holding penalties, they've looked solid. But they're pushed way behind the sticks, back to the 30 for a 1st and 20. And we haven't really seen Calumet air it out. They've only completed 2 passes in this game. It's been a lot of pounding the rock to Brandon, but they might have to air it out here. They need 20 yards for a first. Direct snap, Brandon, and the Wildcat nowhere to go. The Bearcats swarm him just past the line of scrimmage. And I think the last thing you need here for Calumet is just a mistake on offense. I think the way their brand of football, especially the way they played in this one, I think they're fine just running it a couple more times and then punting it back to Wheeler. Their defense has really stood tall on this one, and the last thing they need is an unnecessary mistake.
Yeah, absolutely. When you're kind of that ground and pound type of team and you've got a playmaking defense like they have, your goal at this point is just don't turn the ball over.
2nd and 18 from the 32. There's 4 wide in the game, 3 to the near side. And Campbell will look to throw. Steps into a bomb. Down the sidelines. He has a man, but it's in and out of his hands. Brandon Smith along the sidelines. Could not get enough separation from the defensive back, David Diaz, who knocked that play away. We've seen a couple of big plays from defensive backs on both sides of this contest. Smith was almost loose down the sidelines for a touchdown, but Diaz got his hand in there. And we do have flags in the backfield of this one. Could be another holding penalty. If it is, I think Wheeler would just decline it. It'd be 3rd and 18 upcoming.
Absolutely. You don't want to give him a chance to replay the down.
Oh, it's pass interference, I believe. Or a face mask penalty. At the very end of that, near the line, there was some pushing and shoving, and someone got a little too handsy up top.
And that's a big mistake because you had them. You were at 3rd and 18. You were probably going to get them off the field and get your offense back out there. And now you give them a first down, and they get to keep pounding the ball.
It's not an automatic first down. 2nd and 18 has become 2nd and 3. I too thought it was an automatic first down, but it's 2nd and short for Calumet. And it's back to the run. Bryce Brandon straight through, following the blocks. He has a first down across the 50. 5 minutes and change to go in the third quarter. And with the way the Warriors have just been able to control the clock in this one, a touchdown might feel like a dagger if you're Wheeler.
Absolutely. You haven't gotten to be able to put too much together on offense, and the way these Calumet DBs are playing, getting your passing game going at this point doesn't feel particularly likely. I think Calumet's got a good shot at throwing the dagger right here.
Campbell in the gun. Gets it and hands it. Looking to get the edge. John Boyd, the second running back, but he has no room. He's backed up and pushed back for a loss. Some pushing and shoving at the end of this play from both sides. We did see an unsportsmanlike conduct flag thrown on Calumet earlier in this game. But that's a big play for that Wheeler defense. Boyd is sort of a change of pace back. He's 5'9", 150, but he's speedy, and if he's able to get the edge, he's dangerous. But that time the Bearcats able to get outside and stop him. And we have yet another injury for Wheeler. Anthony Huron is getting help to the sidelines, and if he's out for any portion of this game, that would not help Wheeler in the passing game. He's the only guy that's really gotten a catch today for the Bearcats.
Yeah, and I think that combined with Levi Murray being out, you're looking at a situation where your offense isn't really coming together anyway. Now two of your top guys are out. It's going to be on Vetical and Fox to make a lot of plays down the stretch here.
And Baziri as well, their second running back, but he's also a freshman as well. So 3 points seems like a mountain to climb for Wheeler. They had that big drive earlier in the game, but since then they've had nothing going. 4:30 to go in the third. Campbell looking to throw as time steps up over the middle, and it's incomplete. But I think we have more flags in this game. I thought I saw one throw near the secondary. Yeah, I might be seeing things. I don't think there was a flag on that play. Apologies. But once again, it's 3rd and long for the Warriors. And you hope that these offensive playmakers for Wheeler are okay, not only for their health and safety, but for Wheeler's hopes of getting back in this one. Wheeler making some changes. Keegan Cantone checks in the secondary as they take out a lineman. They're anticipating Calumet to air this one out. And the formation would suggest that they will. Now we have whistles and a timeout taken by the Warriors with 4:30 to go in the third. We'll step aside for a moment. You've been watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network. Only game in town.
At Strachan Van Til, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep. Skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strachanvantil.com or download our app today.
At American Testing Services, based in Hobart, Indiana, we specialize in NDT drone inspections and heat treatment services for local mills, fab shops, and facilities across the country. From Northwest Indiana to nationwide, we deliver precision, safety, and reliability. American Testing Services, America's trusted name in NDT.
Passes leaked out, but a big open field tackle made. Brandon Smith, the receiver, squeaking free. Got the catch from Campbell, but not enough for the first down. It's 4th and 8 coming up for Calumet from the 45. And Joe, if I'm Calumet, I'm punting this one away. I'm trying to pin Wheeler deep. They have a safety in this game. Calumet does, so they're in plus territory, a manageable 4th down maybe if you're feeling aggressive, but I'd punt this one away.
Yeah, absolutely. The way your defense has been playing, no reason to risk it. If you go forward and you turn it over here, you're putting them in a bad position. They've done pretty well with that all game, but you don't want to risk that situation.
Snap is handled by Olivari, and he's going to keep it. Another fake punt for the receiver. He's along the edge, lowers the shoulder, and he is close to the first down marker. They are marking him just short, it would seem. And it's no good. The Bearcats come away with the stand. Olivari tried his second fake punt of the game, but he was kicked out half a yard short.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate. You draw up a fake punt again for the second time today. I don't know when the last time I saw 2 fake punts in one game was, but the fact that was almost successful is kind of shocking.
So the Wheeler offense is back on the field, and both Levi Murray and Anthony Huron are back into this game after coming out their last drive with some apparent cramping. But both their offensive weapons are back, and they need them. Down 3 with just 15 minutes left to go in this game. It's Murray, straight up the gut, power running. A strong run of 4. And Calumet, that was a big decision to fake that punt there. And it could have been a killer if they were able to convert there. Keep marching the ball, keep the clock moving, but instead the Bearcats take over, and they're already close to midfield. 2 receivers lined up to the bottom of your screen, Vetical and Huron. Fox hands Murray, bouncing it left, power running again. He's near the 50, and he has a first down. Like we've mentioned earlier, the only touchdown Wheeler has was a 75-yard drive, and it was all Levi Murray on the ground. They're going back to him.
Right, and that's one of the things that makes him so dangerous. He's such an all-around back. He's got really good vision, he's got really good power, and he can get to the edge pretty quickly too. And if they're going to win this one, they're going to need him to keep it going.
It's Murray again. This time he bounces it to the outside. He's along the edge, across the 40 with another first down. And Wheeler again just on the ground to their star sophomore running back. Definitely a candidate for that. Boilermakers Local 374 blue-collar player of the game. Levi Murray is out there working hard. The ball's up across the 39. And Wheeler knocking on the door of field goal range, but their priority right now is the end zone. Fox again to Murray. Breaks off a tackle at the line of scrimmage, but he's quickly swarmed up by the Calumet linebackers. Lance Freeman comes in and makes the tackle at the second level. And we have a stoppage again as another Wheeler Bearcat is down. We'll step aside for a moment. You've been watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, only game in town.
At Strachan Van Til, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep. Skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strachanvantil.com or download our app today.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds.
We're back.
Number 70, the right guard, Jacob Smith, walking off the field under his own power. But the freshman, Menolius Christos, is subbed in at right guard. And on 2nd and 8, Wheeler has been staying ahead of the chains with the run. But we've seen a couple of injuries to their offensive linemen. We'll see if they can keep this strong running on the ground. It's a throw. Fox rolling out. Throws to the sidelines, and he's intercepted. Bringing it back the other way, Brandon Smith. Cuts back. He's in the middle of the field. He's going to the other side, and he's loose. Brandon Smith all the way to the corner. Touchdown, Calumet. And Wheeler is in dire trouble now.
Yeah, it's been a big day for this Calumet secondary, locking down the passing game. They made a lot of big plays. That's the biggest of all. It's going to give them a 2-score lead. And now you're looking at it, it's a tough road back for Wheeler at this point.
70 yards for the sophomore, Brandon Smith. His second interception on the year and his first pick six. The number 5 team in the region at home is in big trouble. Calumet on to try the 2-point play. That is their bread and butter. They don't kick field goals.
Yeah, absolutely, a little bit of Detroit Lions action going here. They're just going to go for it.
Went for 2 on their first drive, or on their first touchdown. Got it. They're set up from the 2. They got Brandon in the Wildcat. It worked the first time on the 2-point play, and it does not work the second time, so the lead will stay at 9. 16-7, the Warriors lead after the pick six from Brandon Smith. We'll be back shortly. You've been watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4, ajobdoneright.com.
Back.
Welcome back to Game Night on the Region Sports Network. Calumet with the first score of the second half, a pick six from their defensive back, Brandon Smith. They lead this one by 2 scores. David Diaz looking to get a big return for Wheeler, but he's dragged down at the 21. And Logan Fox, after just throwing a pretty bad interception, will have to go back out there and try to get something going on this drive for Wheeler. But the way Calumet's been able to control the clock, you got to think they need points on this drive in the worst way possible.
Absolutely. You're running out of time right now. You can't afford to not get something. You can go for a field goal, but you have to get something on this drive because you don't know. Do you have 1-2 possessions left in this game at this point, maybe?
Murray is the running back, and Wheeler's stacking the line. You got to imagine he might be getting the carry, but Calumet's been able to crash down on him as well. Fox, stretch run to the sophomore. Levi Murray bouncing to the outside. He's hit hard near the line of scrimmage. He'll get about 2 on that carry. Give credit to this Warrior defense. They have been working hard all day. But this crowd is stunned, Joe. 70-yard pick six from Brandon Smith. They don't know what to think here. The number 5 team in the region in deep trouble now. Fox looking to throw. Middle, caught by Vetical at the 30. Runs forward near the first down marker, and he's going to have it. That's the first catch of the day for the star receiver, Tyne Vetical. 10 yards for Four Seasons first down.
Yeah, and you start to get the passing game going, and I think you were starting to get into a little bit of a rhythm before that pick on offense. And now you got to make it work quick.
Calumet had a lineman running off the field on that last play. No flag was thrown. They snapped the ball while he was still on the field. I believe that should be too many men on the field. Unless Calumet only has 10 out there right now. And they only have 10 out there right now. Calumet does. Oh, they do have 11. I counted wrong. So that really should have been too many men on the field, Joe.
Yeah, and that would have been a big one in this game. Obviously, if you're Calumet, you feel like you're a stop away at this point.
25 seconds to go in the quarter. Fox looking to throw on 2nd and 9. Steps up middle, and it's in and out of the hands of David Diaz. Open space for the senior, but he couldn't corral the ball.
Now that's unfortunate. He gets wide open in the middle of the field. He's probably got a good shot at the first down there. He's well past it. It's a big gain. And for a passing game that has not had a lot of opportunities for big plays, to miss one like that, that's hard to stomach.
3rd and 9 with just 17 seconds to go in the third. You got to think this might be 4-down territory for Wheeler. Fox back to throw, running out of time, rolling and throwing incomplete. These receivers have just had no time to get open. Fox has really struggled mightily, and they're going to send the punt team out.
Right, and it's a rough decision at this point, because if you give him the ball, you're giving it to him in your territory. But, man, I just don't know how many more possessions Wheeler is going to get in this game, the way Calumet's been running it and controlling the clock.
The Calumet's liable to take up 6-7 minutes on this next drive with the way they've been moving the ball. Levi Murray will punt it away. And Michael Olivari is back to return for Calumet, makes the catch and makes a man miss. He's loose in space up to the 50, and that's where the Warriors will set up shop. 3 seconds remain in the third quarter. And give credit to this Wheeler defense. They have not played badly in this game at all. They've only given up 8 points.
Well, when you think
the safety and the pick six is the majority of Calumet's points.
Right, you give touchdown and 2-point conversion, but it's been a great game from them outside of that, and it's really just been a great defensive game overall. And we didn't really expect that coming in from these two teams that are so skilled on offense. But Wheeler's defense has done enough to keep them in the game.
1st and 10 from the 49. Last play of the half, or of the quarter. Campbell, the freshman quarterback, has played a mistake-free game on the most part, and just hands to Brandon, who will be wrapped up after a gain of 2. Put your fours up, folks. It's time for the fourth quarter. Calumet 12 minutes away from possibly the biggest upset we've seen in the region so far this year. We're back with more next. You've been watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, only game in town.
Life isn't always loud. Sometimes it's the quiet moments that matter the most. Of effort, of a dream taking root. And behind those moments, there's trust. Thank you for trusting Centier Bank with those moments and making us a part of your story. Thank you for the opportunity to earn your trust.
At Blyce, we're used to having the athlete shop at our store.
Down, sit, put.
But sometimes they get carried away. Blyce, this is where the athlete shops.
We're back.
Some rubber ducks are getting thrown from the stands. Some Wheeler fans are trying to win a prize. A few people have gotten close, but I don't think anyone got it in. It's 2nd and 8 for Calumet from the 49, and Wheeler just needs a stop in the ball back. They need 2 scores to come away with a win in this one. But it's not going to be easy. Calumet has been playing magnificently on defense. A toss, Bryce Brandon breaking off tackles, but he can only get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll get about a yard on 2nd and 8. And it's 3rd and 7 upcoming. Calumet had a chance to try to pin Wheeler deep when it was 10-7. They opted for the fake punt. Olivari took it, went around the edge, could not get the first down. Wheeler takes over. They push it into Calumet territory, and then a disastrous pick 6. Calumet brings it back 70 yards, and now it's a 2-score game in the fourth. Wheeler going to need to find something on offense where they eventually have the ball back. 3rd and 7 for Calumet. A first down will allow them to eat up even more clock. Campbell, the freshman, throws outside. It's caught by Olivari, but he's short of the first down. At the 45, he came up 4 yards short. And it's decision time, Joe. Do you go for this one if you're Calumet?
I think at this point you do. The way your defense has been playing, you feel good about your possibility of holding them here. But if you get this first down, you got a shot to go for the kill shot right here.
You don't want to give a big return either. Vetico is dangerous, although we haven't really seen him a lot in the punt return game. Campbell is making his way back. It looks like the Warriors are going to go for this one. It's 4th and 2 from the 44. A big play in 4 seasons mechanical. 4 down territory. A stop could set up Wheeler with a great chance to get on the board again. Movement up front, and I think Calumet moved first. And they did, so 4th and 2 becomes 4th and 7. And now I think you punt it.
Yeah, I think you have to punt it with the way your defense is playing, and without much of a passing offense today, picking up a 4th and 7 is pretty difficult, much different than picking up a 4th and 2 there. That's just another self-inflicted wound for the Warriors.
Now, do we see a third fake from Olivari?
You know, that crossed my mind. I didn't think we'd see a second, but at this point, it's always possible.
That would be, man, I'd have to tip my cap to the Calumet special teams coach if he's able to pull that one off. I think Olivari will be booting this one away. And he's not! He takes off and he's tackled at the line to gain. Olivari goes for the fake punt the 3rd time, and Wheeler takes over in midfield.
Yeah, and you know, I've been a big fan of the fake punts, and I've been a big fan of going for it. That one's a rough one with the situation you got in this game. If you can pin them deep, it's going to be really hard for Wheeler to come back. Now you give the ball to him at midfield.
The Wheeler offense takes over at midfield. Olivari got the first fake punt, was a yard short on the second one. That time he didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 from the 48. Logan Fox looking for something to go right in the passing game. He sends Baziri in motion, fakes the pitch, and hands it to Levi Murray. Has a hole, gets to the edge. Levi Murray along the corner. He's up to the 25 with a first down, and I think more penalty yards will be coming on. Murray got grabbed by his horse collar for a moment. I think Wheeler is going to be set up in the red zone here, Joe.
Right, and that changes things. Obviously, we know it's a 2-score game, but Murray's getting rolling again. You're going to set him up in the red zone. If you're Wheeler, you've been waiting for a shot to get back in this game. This might be it.
And more penalty yards will be added with just under 10 minutes to go. Calumet had a chance to punch them deep in their own 20, and now Wheeler's knocking on the door of the end zone. They're already in the red zone. They're at least in field goal range to make this a 1-score game. But they're thinking end zone here. They're set up at the 14. My goodness. A questionable decision indeed for this Calumet coaching staff. 1st and 10 from the 13. Fox in the gun with Baziri and Murray as his running backs. Vetical alone to the top of your screen on an island. We'll see if they look his way. Clock now moving. Murray. Nowhere to go on that run. Breaks off a tackle for the moment. He's up to the 10, a solid carry of 3. As the Bearcats stay ahead of the chains. 9:30 to go in the game. Bearcats need 2 scores. And this close to the end zone, you might think just keep getting it closer and closer and closer with Murray. Fox will throw this time, looking, firing middle for Vetico, and it's out of his hands. Once again, great coverage there from Marcus Luvert. Vetico, no separation there. It was a good throw from Fox, but that's just a hard ball to come down with.
Yeah, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. This Calumet secondary's just been fantastic all day. If you're Wheeler, you need to get this passing game going, and you need to do it quickly. And you had a shot there, but there just was not that much space.
Well, they're well within Vetical's field goal kicking range to at least make this a 1-score game. Fox hands Murray. Can he get to the edge? Cuts it middle. Hit at the 5. Still looking for yards. Still fighting. He's dragged down at the 5. 2 yards short of the first, but flags did fly during that run. Could be seeing another hold. Murray had a big hole to run through, and I believe it was because someone... Oh, it's a face mask on Calumet. That hurts.
Yeah, that's a big one. You're setting Wheeler up right up on the goal line here, and it wasn't that long ago you felt like you probably had this one pretty close to wrapped up, and now if you're Wheeler, you've got a chance to get right back in it right here.
I can't help but question the decision to fake a third punt at midfield.
Right, I think a fake punt relies so much on the element of surprise, and the first time you've got it. The second time, no one's expecting you to go for it again, but when you get to the point where you got to question, are they going to fake it here?
Murray straight up the gut. He's hit at the goal line. The Warriors push him back and keep him out of the end zone. A big stand by that front four. I think that was number 50, JoJo Pop, who had first contact there for Calumet, and then his buddies came in with the rest of the help. And the clock continuing to move. 8:30 to go in the game. 2nd and goal from the 2. I'd go right back to Murray.
Absolutely. He's been your guy all game. No reason to go away from him here.
Fox, Murray, end zone, touchdown, Bearcats, and they're back in this one with 8 minutes and change to go in the game. Second touchdown of the game for Levi Murray. He's well over 150 yards on this one. And that's a big response from Wheeler. It's a one-score game again, and Calumet's going to need to get some sort of a drive going when they have the ball next, because they haven't scored any points on offense this half.
Absolutely. This next drive is probably your game right here. If they can score, you've got a shot.
Extra point is good. 16-14, the lead for Calumet. We'll have coverage next with just 8 minutes to go in this one. You've been watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At Strachan Van Til, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep. Skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strachanvantil.com or download our app today.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowd Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowd Companies, insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
16-14, the lead for Calumet. Wheeler just kicked that kickoff out of bounds, so Calumet will be set up with some solid field position to start this drive, but Calumet on their last drive faked a punt from midfield for the 3rd time today. Wheeler stopped it, marched right down, and scored to make this a 2-point game with still 8 minutes left.
Yeah, and this is a massive drive for Calumet here. You had control of the game, and now you let Wheeler back in, and if you don't take a couple minutes off the clock here, they've got plenty of time to go down and take the lead in this one.
And Calumet has yet to score in this second half. Their 6 points came off a 70-yard pick six from Brandon Smith. They have 8 points on defense, the pick six and the safety, and then 8 points on offense with that touchdown and the 2-point conversion earlier in this one. Here's a toss. Brandon looking to get to the edge. Finds a lane through to the second level. Bryce Brandon with a solid run of 7 up to the second level before he's pushed back by Connor Welch. And the goal for Calumet is just going to be keep this clock moving, even if you don't score. Take enough time off this clock to where Wheeler does not have much to work with. It seems like the Warriors have had the ball for at least 70, maybe 80% of this game.
Oh, 100%. And I think the main thing for Calumet is you need to get in a position where Wheeler has to pass their way down the field. If they can just roll with Murray, you're in trouble.
Hand off Brandon again. Nowhere to go. He stood up right at the line, and he's lucky to even get back to it. A whole swarm of Bearcats in there. He got a yard on that carry. So 3rd and 2 upcoming from the 43. 7 minutes and change to go in this one. The number 5 ranked Wheeler Bearcats looking to escape an upset at home. Calumet looking to punctuate their biggest win of the year by far. 3rd and 2. Campbell, the freshman quarterback, is in the gun with Brandon to his right. Straight up the gut, Brandon. He has it. First down up to the 50, and Calumet will keep the clock moving.
That's a much-needed first down for them. Now you got it about 7 minutes left on the clock. You've got a chance to run it down a little bit more here. If you can keep this drive going, you might just be able to hang on.
If it seems like we've been talking about chewing clock too much with 6 minutes to go in this one, it's just because Calumet, it's part of the reason they have the lead. It feels like Wheeler just hasn't had the ball at all in this one. So 1st and 10 from the 49. Trayvon Brown moves to the far side of the field. He's lined up to the bottom of your screen in man-to-man coverage. But this might just be another run to Bryce Brandon. It will be another run, but this time Wheeler's on top of it. In the backfield they are. Logan Bingham, the nose tackle, had first contact and brought the running back down. Under 6 minutes to go in this one. 2nd and 12 from the 49 upcoming for Calumet. They haven't really needed to pass the ball this game. Campbell has only completed 4 passes in this one, and 2 of them have been screens.
Right, and I think when you have a freshman quarterback in the game, you don't want him to have to throw a lot, and they've done a good job keeping him out of situations where he's had to.
Flags fly. Olivari on the jet handoff, and he has nowhere to go, but we'll see what this penalty marker is. It's going to be an illegal motion on Calumet, and Wheeler probably thinks about declining that penalty because they got in for the TFL.
Right, absolutely. You created a negative play there. You've kind of backed this drive up a little bit, and I think you've got a good shot to get off the field here.
And Wheeler did just decline the penalty, so it's 3rd and 16 upcoming from the 45. And Calumet might need to throw to pick up this first down.
Yeah, you would think so at this point. I don't think the opportunity to try your couple of runs here really exists anymore.
3 wide. Campbell back to throw. He has time. He lobs it over the middle, and it's in and out of the hands of Michael Olivari. 4th and long upcoming. Now, we've seen Calumet fake 3 punts in this game. Joe, do they have a 4th one in them?
You know, I doubt it, but at this point, you can never count them out. And who's going to expect if you do it for a 4th time?
We'll see. It would be a long way to go. It's 4th and 16. I think Olivari has no chance but to just, no option but to just kick this one away. Handling the snap cleanly, also big here. Don't want to let Wheeler flip the field. Vetical is back to return. Olivari gets this one away. High kick. Vetical waits for it. Catches it at the 20. Makes a man miss, and he has some room. Looking to the outside is across the 30. Cuts upfield. Spins at the 40. And he's pushed out of bounds. Wheeler set up with decent field position with 5 minutes to go in the game. Down 2.
And that's about as good a sequence as you could have hoped for. If you're Wheeler, you go and you get the touchdown. You don't let Calumet take that much time off the clock. You got 5 minutes here. You've got time to run with Murray and get down the field that way. You don't have to throw the entire way.
Calumet looking for a monumental defensive stand. Logan Fox looking to his sidelines for the play. 3 wide in the game for Wheeler. 2 on the far side, 1 on the near side. And it's Murray running left. He's hit, but he keeps the legs moving. And he stays ahead of the chains with a 3-yard carry. Wheeler has 2 solid kickers. Vetical as well as Lee Vega, who has been doing the extra point kicking today. Both of them have solid legs, so they don't need to get too far down the field to get in field goal range to potentially take the lead in this one. 3 wide again. Fox looking to throw outside, caught by Vetical, looking for space. He's hit near the line of scrimmage and pushed out near the boundary. A great job by the linebackers of Calumet to drag him down. Timothy Ramsey, the middle linebacker, met him at the second level and drove him to the sidelines. Four yards on that catch, and Wheeler is set up with a big 3rd and 3 from the 46. They need the 49 for a first. Fox to Murray. Power running to the boundary, and he has it. Keeps the legs moving. Levi Murray out of bounds at the 40 with his biggest first down of the night.
Yeah, and I think if you're a Wheeler now, you've got a good opportunity to get downfield. You're not that far from the field goal. If you can get if you can get another first down or 2 here, maybe you get a shot to try to milk some clock.
Potentially could be in the cards for the Bearcats. They're in enemy territory. 1st and 10 from the 34 for the 43. Fox hands Murray straight up the gut. He's shrugging off tacklers. It takes the whole Calumet defense to stop his momentum. He has 5 yards and stays ahead of the chains again. Under 4 minutes to go in this one. Wheeler just slowly inching towards field goal range. Calumet trying to keep this game in their grasp. It looked like they were all set for a win after that pick six made it 16-7, but Wheeler has had a response in a big way. Fox, Murray, stretch run. He can't get to the outside. He's swarmed, but flags fly at the end of the tackle. This could be a big penalty if it's against Calumet. The flag came while there were multiple guys dragging Murray to the ground. And it's a face mask against the Warriors. Wheeler is set up potentially on the outskirts of field goal range with first down and still 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, and that's a massive penalty there. You've got a team that's already working their way downfield. And now if you're Wheeler, are you going aggressive for the touchdown, or are you going to keep it on the ground with Murray and try to milk the rest of this clock?
They're at the 23. It would be a 40-yard field goal from here. But Wheeler looking to get closer, potentially in the end zone. They've been marching on this drive. Fox, Murray, straight up the middle. He is swarmed and taken down after a gain of 3. Clock moving, under 3 minutes to go. If I'm Calumet, I would stack everyone in the box and dare Logan Fox to make a throw. I would not let Levi Murray beat me down this field.
Absolutely. He's been destroying your defense most of this game. And your DBs have been doing well enough in coverage. I think you can trust them to hold up on the back end.
2nd and 7, Fox, Murray, stretch run, breaks through to the second level before a host of Warrior tacklers drag him down at the 15. He's 2 yards short of the first. With the clock still moving, we have, I believe, somebody called a timeout, I think. The clock has stopped with 2:16 to go. And we'll step aside for a moment. Big third down upcoming. You've been watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At American Testing Services, based in Hobart, Indiana, we specialize in NDT drone inspections and heat treatment services for local mills, fab shops, and facilities across the country. From Northwest Indiana to nationwide, we deliver precision, safety, and reliability. American Testing Services, America's trusted name in NDT.
Welcome back. 2:16 to go in the game. Wheeler at the 15-yard line for 3rd and 3. Alongside Joey Henrich, my name is Quincy Bell. Joey, we've had a fantastic game so far today. And Wheeler, who saw themselves down 16-7 after a 70-yard pick six. Brandon Smith brought it all the way back, but they scored, got the ball back, and they're on the doorstep of scoring again and taking the lead for the first time in a while.
Yeah, and how about the fight we've seen out of these Wheeler Bearcats? You and I were ready to write their obituary after that pick six. We really thought, you know, the way the offense is going, they're not going to have a great shot to get back in it, but they get the stop on the fake punt. They roll right downfield, and now you're on the edge of field goal range, about 2 minutes left.
Calumet has 2 timeouts left. So if Wheeler gets a first down here on 3rd and 3, they can take even more clock down before an upcoming field goal. So this is as big a down as you'll see defensively for Calumet. Single coverage against the 3 receivers with 6 guys stacked in the box. Movement up front, and Calumet has jumped off sides. Adrian Williams too jumpy, and he gives Wheeler the first down.
Yeah, and that's the last thing you want there if you're Calumet. You got them 3rd and 3, and it's already 3rd and short, but then you give them the first down, they don't even have to run a play.
They're set up 1st and goal at the 10 with 2:21 to go. Wheeler probably just going to hand it to Murray 3 times, and either he's in the end zone or they're kicking a field goal.
Yeah, you have to imagine you don't want to leave any real amount of time on the clock here for Calumet. You give it to Murray a couple times, play it safe. You're well within field goal range at this point.
Fox, low snap, hands to Murray, stretch run, he's to the corner, he's in the end zone, but flags are down. For the moment, Murray has a touchdown, but this might be coming back. It's holding on Wheeler. Levi Murray had nothing but green grass in front of him, but it's because someone was getting held a little too much. Both of these teams have seen their fair share of holding penalties today. Calumet had 4 of them in the first quarter. Wheeler was plagued by them to start the second half, and now that's big because it pushes back a potential field goal attempt. They're back to the 15, 16-yard line right now.
Yeah, and we've been treated to a pretty excellent game tonight. I think every time we think we're close to resolution and figuring out how we're going to get out of this, we get another twist or another turn thrown at us.
1st and goal from the 16. Logan Fox hands Levi Murray on the same carry. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage and then some. He's pushed out of bounds at the 6. 10 yards on that carry for 2nd down upcoming. And I think they're trying to get Murray in space along the outside some more because running up the middle hasn't worked as well as when they've been able to get these off-tackle and stretch runs going.
Right, and early in the game, they got a decent amount between the tackles. Calumet has adjusted really, really well on the front. When you got a back like Murray who's both strong enough to go up the middle and fast enough to get around the outside, it makes it really hard for a defense to stop.
Murray comes up to the right of Fox, and they give it to him again. Same run, same result. Murray to the corner. He's in. Touchdown, Wheeler. They have the lead for the first time in the second half. They've come all the way back down 16-7 in the 4th. 2 touchdowns from Wheeler, and they're in control with 2 minutes to go.
And what a drive. You had your bumps along the way, but you find yourself 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter, leading by 4, about to kick an extra point to go up 5. What a response after just a terrible string of events late in that 3rd quarter.
Lee Vega on to add the extra point for the Bearcats. Calumet, their sideline looks absolutely stunned. Extra point is up and good. 21-16, the lead for the Bearcats. Calumet has one more drive to try to steal this win and upset the number 5 ranked team in the region. We'll be back shortly. You've been watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, only game in town.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at forajobdoneright.com.
2 minutes to go for Calumet to try to take this lead back. They have been stunned. 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter for Wheeler. Give them the lead back. Vetical just kicks it out of bounds, so Calumet will be set up with some decent field position, but that looked like it could have been intentional, maybe stop Calumet from a big return there.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen the Calumet on special teams has got a decent amount of juice, and they made a lot of good plays. Yeah, you're worried about setting them up a little bit closer, but I think the risk of the big return there is just a little bit too much.
It's 1st and 10 from the 35 for Calumet, and a field goal is no good. They need a touchdown to take the lead in this one, and we've seen a lot of struggles for Calumet in the passing game, and it looks like they're having Vetical kick this one off again.
That's an interesting decision there.
I don't really understand what the call is here. Both referees are talking to Wheeler coach Nick Testa. And he's still kicking off from the 35. It's going to be a false start on Wheeler. One of the guys moved early.
Man, that's just another...
That's the second time they've done that. So now Vetical is going to be kicking from the 30. And I believe if he kicks this one out of bounds, then the penalty yardage will put them at the 40. That would make sense. I'm not sure what the rule is there.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
We'll have to see. 2:06 to go. Does Calumet have a response after the 2 Wheeler touchdowns in the fourth? Vetical just booms this one out of bounds. Flag is down. Calumet has been making a lot of noise in the return game, as we've seen, but Vetical is opting to just kick it out of bounds. And what we're seeing here is every single time Vetical kicks it out of bounds, Calumet is going to decline the penalty because they want a return.
Right, I think the big return is the primary way for Calumet to make their way downfield here. Obviously, you can run it a little, but you don't have a whole lot of time for that. And if you trust your return game a little bit more than your passing game right now, it's kind of your only option.
So now Vetical is kicking from the 30. And I think he has no choice but to just kick it to Calumet this time, because you can't just keep taking penalty yards by kicking it out of bounds. Both of the first 2 were just intentional out-of-bounds kicks from Vetical. I think Wheeler's more inclined to try an onside kick than to let Calumet get any chance to return this one.
Absolutely.
So after 2 penalties, Vetical's kicking it from the 30. Squib kick will go all the way through Smith just falls on it at the 25. That's perfectly executed. If you're Wheeler, trying to avoid a big return from Calumet, but 2 minutes and 1 second are what the Warriors have to work with one timeout to try to march down the field and win this one.
Yeah, this is where you got to get into. This is where you got to get to some of your best plays. If you got a passing play that you know is going to work, or if you can get a run and then hit him with the play action, you need chunk plays here if you're Calumet.
Clock stops for first downs, but for a team that runs the ball 73% of the time, it's up to the freshman quarterback, Jaden Campbell, to complete some throws and steal this game on the road. 4 wide in the game for Calumet, 2 on each side. The ball is set at the 25. They have 75 yards to go to seal one of the biggest upsets in Calumet program history. Campbell looking to throw, throws to the boundary, and it's incomplete. Westby was hit hard as he tried to corral that one upstairs. David Diaz, the defensive back, with tight coverage there. And this Calumet offense has just struggled so mightily to get the passing game going. Really, any sort of offense in the second half. There are only 6 points in the second half came on that pick 6 from Brandon Smith.
Right, and if you're Wheeler, you find yourself in kind of a rare position in this one where you kind of get to pin your ears back and rush the passer.
2nd and 10. Campbell back to throw. He has time. He steps up into a home run ball down the middle of the field, and it's incomplete just over the head of Trayvon Brown. 3rd and 10 upcoming for the Warriors. And that time he had Brown with some space, but it just overshot him.
Yeah, and I think it's hard. Obviously, you've got pressure coming in. Your guy does get open, but we do have to consider, freshman quarterback on the road. This is probably the biggest drive of his career thus far.
This is only the 3rd game in the young career of Jaden Campbell. Took over for the junior Christian Wesson mid-season. And he's been strong through his first 2 games, but in game number 3, he has a long way to go to try to secure this W. He's got time, steps up deep to the sidelines, and it's caught by Olivari. First down, he stays inbounds, fighting for the marker. It's a Four Seasons mechanical first down and a big one at that for Calumet. The senior Olivari just running free near the sidelines, makes the catch. Did not get out of bounds, decided to fight for more yardage. The clock stopped. The clock does stop to move the chains, and Calumet's throwing again. Campbell with time. He's taken down for a sack. Adam Kosick, the true freshman, brings him down. And Calumet has to use their last timeout to prevent the clock from running. A big play there for the Wheeler defense.
That's a massive play. I think as a D lineman, you want to rush the passer, and they haven't really gotten the shot to do it all day because of how run-happy Calumet has been. They get the shot, and now you're 2nd and long here. You have no timeouts. This is dire straits if you're the Warriors.
I think you just send a couple of guys deep and just hope for the best if need be. Have Campbell try to get it with his legs. But they're out of timeouts. Calumet needs a first down or something near the boundary to stop this clock. 1:34 left. The ball's at the 35. This Wheeler crowd, who has been quiet all night, has been making their presence felt in this 4th quarter. No timeouts for Calumet. 2nd and 18 from the 35. 3 wide for Calumet. 2 to the near side, 2 to the far side. It's 4 wide. They motioned one of their guys up on the line into the slot. Campbell in the gun. He's back to throw. 3-man rush for Wheeler. Campbell steps up, still looking. Cannot evade another sack. He's taken down again, and the clock will move. Aiden Mason, the senior defensive end, got to him that time. And Calumet in dire straits right now.
Absolutely. You're third and long. You got 2 plays left to win this game, and you got a minute left. This is going to be a hard one, and I don't think there's any reason to believe the Wheeler pass rush is going to be any easier to fend off on this play.
1 minute left. Wheeler brings 3. Campbell looking, has time, steps up deep over the middle, and it's incomplete. Over the head of Trayvon Brown with 53 seconds. Calumet set up with 4th and a mile.
And it all comes down to this play right here. You got to get 20-some yards, and you got to get it now. I think for Wheeler, it's an interesting call. Do you send the house here, or do you just drop everyone back in coverage?
I think you drop everyone back. I wouldn't risk having a guy get beat over the top. Calumet talking over what they want to do. Maybe you see a potential trickery play. Maybe a Boise State hook and lateral type play here.
Possibly.
Calumet has pulled out all the tricks to try to pull off this upset. We'll see if they have one more left. 4 wide and 3 are to the near side. We have whistles and a timeout called by the Wheeler Bearcats. We'll step aside for a moment. Electric finish next. You've been watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At Strachan Van Til, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep, skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strachanvantil.com or download our app today.
Welcome back. If you've stayed with us this whole time, you've watched a fun one. Here from Wheeler High School, 21-16, the lead for the number 5 ranked Bearcats, looking to escape the upset against the Calumet Warriors. This game was 16-7, but 2 touchdowns in this fourth quarter from Wheeler have them in control, and Calumet needs something of a minor miracle here. 4th and 23 from their own 30. Campbell looking to throw. Wheeler brings 4, steps up deep down the boundary. Incomplete. Is there a PI flag? No, there is not. Brandon Smith tripped up on the route. And that will do it. Wheeler, the Bearcats, are going to escape with a win. And they are still in line for a 6-0 record and a conference championship.
Absolutely. And there's not enough that can be said about the fight of this team. Like we said, we thought it was done. We thought it was done, and I think a lot of people in the stands thought it was done. But in this fourth quarter, they've come out, they've gotten 2 touchdowns, and their defense has really come alive and made some huge plays to close this one out.
49 seconds to go. Wheeler will have to take 2 knees. Calumet out of timeouts. There's nothing they can do. Fox takes the knee, and the Wheeler Bearcats are 6-0, and they are looking very strong when it comes to that 2A sectional and the rest of this conference play. Calumet, a team that's 5-1, they're going to drop to 5-2 tonight, but give them credit. They threw everything they had at the number 5 ranked team and gave them a great game, but it's Wheeler who comes away victorious in this one, 21-7, or 21-16.
That's a massive win tonight for Wheeler, and I think for Calumet, you can walk out with your heads held high. You gave them all they could handle. You proved that we can come in on the road against a very good team, and we can not only hang with them, we can control the game. So while you lose for Calumet, it's not the absolute end of the world. You still have a lot of positive things to take away from it.
We'll be back with the post-game awards next. You've been watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Life isn't always loud. Sometimes it's the quiet moments that matter the most. Of effort, of a dream taking root. And behind those moments, there's trust. Thank you for trusting Centier Bank with those moments and making us a part of your story. Thank you for the opportunity to earn your trust.
At Blyce, we're used to having the athlete shop at our store.
Down, sit, put.
But sometimes they get carried away. Blyce, this is where the athlete shops.
At Strachan Van Til, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep. Skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strachanvantil.com or download our app today.
Life isn't always loud. Sometimes it's the quiet moments that matter the most. Of effort, of a dream taking root. And behind those moments, there's trust. Thank you for trusting Centier Bank with those moments and making us a part of your story. Thank you for the opportunity to earn your trust.
At Blyce, we're used to having the athlete shop at our store.
Down, sit, put.
But sometimes they get carried away. Blyce, this is where the athlete shops.
At Strachan Van Til, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep. Skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strachanvantil.com or download our app today.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowd Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowd Companies, insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Can't wait for summer, but dreading the heat because your old AC let you down? Don't sweat it out this summer. Call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. The professionals there can fix you up. Install a central air unit that'll last for years. Your family deserves to stay comfortable. And with a 24/7 emergency service, comfort is just a phone call away. Give them a call at 219-923-4441 or check them out on the web at the number 4 ajobdoneright.com.
At Strachan Van Til, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep, skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strachanvantil.com or download our app today.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
From lighting up Friday night football to powering the classrooms that shape the students of Lake County, IBEW Local 697 is proud to support our region's schools and the communities we call home. A career as a union electrician could be your next great move. Your next cap might be a hard hat. IBEW Local 697, powering futures, powering the region.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
Welcome back. Final score, Wheeler 21, Calumet 16. The Bearcats, ranked number 5 in the region, able to escape with the win and escape the upset. It's time to name some awards, first of which, the Crowell Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. It's Levi Murray, the running back for Wheeler. He was up over 150, maybe even got to 200 yards in this one. Power running, had 3 touchdowns in this one. Really the only reason Wheeler was able to do anything on offense. They struggled so mightily to pass it. Levi Murray, congratulations. You're our Crowell Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. They are the insurance professionals, proud to recognize the superheroes on the football field. The Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game. Joe, I'll let you take this one. Brandon Smith, the DB for Calumet. A great day for him.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was a great day for the entire Calumet secondary. But Brandon Smith with that pick 6 at the end of the third quarter there. really put Calumet in position to win that game. And it's unfortunate that things played out the way they did, but that was an incredible play, and he had an incredible game, and I think it's hard to argue against him being our blue-collar player of the game.
Earn while you learn with the Boilermakers Local 374 apprenticeship program. And lastly, the Proud Union Home play of the game. We have a couple of options. The pick six was one, but I think Murray's touchdown to take the lead in this one and really seal up this win for Wheeler. I think that's it.
Absolutely, and I think just because of the moment and the emotion of the moment, coming back down in a game where he's been carrying the load and playing so fantastically, but they hadn't quite been able to get it going, and then he was off the field, he was injured for a little bit, and then to come back and finally take that lead in the fourth quarter, that was a massive moment.
The Proud Union Home play of the game is brought to you by Ironworkers Local 395. To find out how you can become a union ironworker, visit ironworkers395.com. We'd like to thank everyone who helped make this broadcast possible. Our executive producer, Chris Ramirez, our operations manager, Rich. Oh, they've turned off the lights here. Our operations manager, Rich Castillo, our sales manager, Heather Ames, our coordinating producer, Zach Miller, our sports director, Mike DeWan. Special thank you from myself and Joe Henrich. Thank you so much for hopping on the call with me today. We'd like to thank both coaches, Charles Sallery of Calumet and Nick Testa of Wheeler, the athletic directors, Sarah Kutarich of Calumet and Riley Kruk of Wheeler, and for all of you watching on Facebook, YouTube, RSN.com, and the IHSAA Champions Network, thank you. Have a great rest of your Friday, and get ready for a big day of college football tomorrow.